Hello and welcome to Alternative Option Remote Commentary on this Europa League Final between Sevilla and Roma. Russ Vernon with you, bringing all the game live across the next couple of hours or so, maybe more, as we get ready for what is going to be a very big game. Sevilla, the Europa League Kings, looking to triumph yet again as we bring you this match today. Earlier on today as well was the England Lionesses World Cup squad announcement. I've spoken to someone very, very special who will be joining us at half time to discuss the World Cup squad for the Lionesses, named by Serena Wiegman. Stay tuned to that one. It is a very good special guest as well, and one that you will not want to miss. A very good interview as well regarding the upcoming World Cup with the Lionesses and how do they think the Lionesses will do in the World Cup. And just getting ready for there is Europa League trophy out on the middle of the pitch. Kickoff is around about 5 minutes or so. Time kickoff at 8 o'clock this evening. There is some lifesavers there as the Europa League trophy is placed onto the podium just ahead for where the teams walk out of the tunnel. The game is being played in the Puskas Arena in Budapest, and it's going to be a very, very big game for both of these sides this evening. I looking forward to this game as we see the two teams in the tunnel ahead of kickoff. There's some familiar names in the lineup that people will remember, some from playing in England, some for playing at the World Cup as well. In the Sevilla side, I'll just quickly run you through that in a moment. There's some familiars running the lines and the match officials today as well, including the VAR, two of the VAR officials today, as well as the teams are going to be led out onto the field by the match officials. The fourth official is coming out right to the very back of that. He is also from England. I'll go through the officials very shortly, as well as the teams emerge from the tunnel here for this match, which is being played in Budapest today, as we see the teams made their way out onto the field of play. Roma fans and Sevilla fans building a very nice atmosphere here today. We're running with you for this first of three European finals, covering all the finals from all of the European competitions. We've got the Europa League today. Next week it's the return, it's the Europa Conference League, and then on a week on Saturday it's the Champions League. This coming Saturday we've got the FA Cup final to bring you, and that one is not one to be missed. We're hoping to have a three-man commentary team for that one, but hopefully, as things stand, we may just have two due to technical problems. Stay tuned to find out if we've got a three-man commentary team intact a little bit later on. So, as we see the players just clapping after the anthem for the Europa League is just run round here in the Puskas Arena in Budapest. We're going to look at the two sides in just a moment. Sevilla are in their white shirts, white shorts, white socks, with Roma in their traditional colours. Let's go through the team times. Bono in goal for the back for Israel, Claudio, Pinel, and LS is a midfield of Fernando and Rakitic, with Ocampos, Oliver Torres and Brian Hill in midfield, with Enesri in attack. The bench includes former Wolves man Rafa Mir amongst the substitutes as well. And they're playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation. The officials today, you may see a familiar face if you have the Premier League persuasion, and that is Anthony Taylor, Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn are his assistants. For officials, Michael Oliver, VAR is Stuart Atwell and Chris Kavanagh, with Bastian Dankert also helping out Stuart Atwell in the VAR booth. Today is from Germany, Bastian Dankert. As for the Roma side, it's with Patricio in goal, a back three of Ibanez, Smalling and Mancini. Midfield of Selic, Crisante, Matic, Espinazola. Pellegrini, the captain, plays just behind the front two of Dybala and Tammy Abraham. Amongst the benches, El Shaarawy, Juan Aldum, Leeds United's Diego Llorente also on the bench for Jose Mourinho's side. Jose Luis Mendibar is the manager of Sevilla, and there's Nesri Bono, played in the World Cup in November, December, which we covered some of the games on. There's the Roma side will be kicking off with Paulo Dybala, who drops the ball back to the right side of centre back in Ibanez, who clears up long enough for looking for Pellegrini. He's headed away there by the Europa League Kings Sevilla's defence of Guadalj, who manages to clear that ball away. And now here comes Roma down that far side. Dybala wins his side of throwing over on that far side. As we look, the far side is Sevilla's left hand side. Near side is their right. The far side for Roma is their right hand side. Near side is their left. Just so you know, Roma taking the goal away to my right hand side in this first half. Is there going to be a long throw in to be taken by number 19 Zelik, who gets the ball in towards the penalty area towards Brian Cristante. He's behind for the first corner of the game to Roma. Jose Mourinho looking on there, the former Chelsea, Manchester United, Tottenham head coach, now in charge of Roma, who's got former Manchester United player Chris Smalling centre back as Pellegrini goes across to take the first corner over the game. Tammy Abraham inside the penalty area as well, of the former Chelsea man, and Aston Villa loanee at one stage. Best to the edge of the penalty, and a shot comes in from the edge of the box from Paulo Dybala. He goes over the top then. Ibanez and Guadalj clash edge there, and they're both down inside the penalty area as they both went for that ball at the near post along with Tammy Abraham. Clash heads as Guadalj just got the header away, and then he clashed heads with the Roma centre back. So there's going to be a bit of treatment here. If he has to go off, the Roma centre back would have to see probably the likes of Diego Llorente potentially coming on in that back three for Jose Mourinho's side. But Guadalj is the up man who's currently down though for Sevilla, and he's the one that's probably come off way worse, it looks like, as Ibanez is back up to his feet now. Hopefully you're enjoying our coverage of this so far of the Europa League Final. So we've not brought you many more of the Europa League matches this campaign due to other commitments, which meant our commentators were unable to bring you those tournaments. Both players back up onto their feet right now as there is Bono who clears it away. I wonder if it'll be a beautiful day for Sevilla in this final, or will it be a beautiful day for Roma, with Sevilla's on attack first of all down this right hand side. Jesus Navas takes a throw down the line looking for the Campos. The Campos gets it back to Jesus Navas, and he goes back to Barde across the Gridel, who's now back on the field of play after receiving some treatment for that head injury. It breaks now for Jesus Navas, so we'll come down this right hand side. He puts the ball in towards the penalty area. As he's back down the line for Campos, who controls well. There's a man down inside the penalty area for Sevilla. And then there's a man who's gone down holding his face there, which I think is number 21, Olivier Torres, up against Nemanja Matic, the former Chelsea Manchester United man. Piozo was elbowed there, but there's a push in the chest, and he doesn't even catch his face there, Nemanja Matic, and that's a bit of play acting there from Olivier Torres, trying to get a fellow professional booked or sent off. I know that's something that my esteemed colleague Paul James is unhappy about when players do that, as the former Wolves goalkeeper Rui Patricio will kick long for Roma, left-footed over halfway on that right-hand side. Is flicked on there by the number 19 Zelik, who gets the ball forward. Good bit of play to Barlow to Zelik again, and Zelik will win his side a throw-in. Nemanja Matic will put the ball out wide there to Zelik, who will look to get the ball into the path of Crisante, back to Zelik. Zelik, should I say, no Zelik. As the ball's headed away by Chris Smalling as Sevilla try to get the ball forward. He's now back with Goudalge across into the path of Jesus Navas. Navas will look up and play down the line as he's controlled well there in the attack by Enesville. Couldn't vegeting forward in play there as we see Paulo Dybala on the screen there right now. Spinazzola is over on this near side, about to take the throw to go down the line with it, which he does, and he breaks for another throw into Roma down this near side. Leonardo Spinazzola played at the Euro 2020 in that tournament, as we see the ball played in towards Tammy Abraham for Roma. Delivers the ball into the penalty area with an acrobatic effort with his right foot, but he's just headed to safety by Sevilla, and they will come forward now on this right hand side. There's a fantastic run all up play by the number 21 Torres, who will then feed in the number 10 Ivan Rakitic. Rakitic will spray the ball wide to this left hand side, and Alex Telles, the on loan Manchester United man who was able to play against Manchester United earlier on in the competition for Sevilla when they progressed past the Red Devils en route to this final, which is being played out in Budapest at the Puskás Arena in Hungary. And Sevilla still coming forward, and they win a corner. Brilliant play over on that far side there by the number 20, which is Fernando, and he's normally in defensive midfielder there, Fernando. So I thought it might have been Brian Hill at one stage, but no, it was Fernando who went down there and on that far side to win that corner and plus Roma under a bit of pressure. Rakitic will look to get the ball in here as he's having a word with Anthony Taylor at this moment in time, as some things have been thrown in his direction. Paulo Dybala is going across to have a word with his fans in this far corner, and so too going across to have a word was the captain, Lorenzo Pellegrini. Something that we don't want to see, which will mar this occasion. Rakitic will now take this corner, the former Barcelona man. Rakitic will put the ball in towards the penalty area, headed away the near post by Tammy Abraham as Roma defended that corner well. It's now back with Alex Telles across to Jesus Navas. Navas will get the ball and run down this right hand side away from Tammy Abraham, will come to close him down. Telles plays it to the left side of defence, and Gridalge will come over halfway now and plays the ball down the line to Rakitic, and further down the line he went to Brian Hill, who lost out. So now Roma can try and attack, and there's a man gone down for Roma here. I'm trying to see who the man is that's down injured at this moment in time. It's Paulo Dybala, who's gone down. And Paulo Dybala, for me, that is not a free kick to Roma, because if anything, well, wait a minute, he just kick him at first, but then all I saw in the first couple of angles was Paulo Dybala stamping on the Sevilla man's foot there, but he did kick him, in all fairness, as Spinazzola drops the ball back to Ibanez to clear forward. It breaks now for the ball in towards the penalty area from Pellegrino, looking for the run of Paulo Dybala. Pellegrini was looking for Paulo Dybala, not Pellegrino. As the ball is sprayed down this right hand side from Sevilla, as Neves tried to pick out Lucas Campos, and those two having a bit of worse than him where it needed to actually be, where it actually needed to be played to. So good communication between the two there. As here is Roma in possession now, as they come towards halfway. Pellegrini into the path of Spinazzola. Spinazzola will be forced backwards, and Chris Smalling in the heart of the defence plays the ball out wide to Gianluca Mancini, who, from people I've spoken to, has had a really impressive season for Roma so far. Mancini's been one of those who's always played in and around this side virtually week in, week out, with Diego Llorente missing out in recent weeks. The unknown Leeds United man is Diego Llorente. He's on the bench today instead of those. Campos plays the ball inside for Sevilla towards Fernando, who loses out, and now Roma can try and break on that far side. It's number 19. There's Zelik. Zelik wins his side a throw-in. Kick off of Alex Telles, who's back there to help out and do his defensive duties on this occasion. It's going to be a run here from Nemanja Matic up towards over halfway and midway inside the Sevilla half. It comes to Spinazzola. Spinazzola will switch the player well, fantastically. Here's Paulo Dybala. Dybala will to get the ball in towards the penalty area. Pulls the ball across. Spinazzola's there. Fantastic save by Bono. And that's a wonderful stop. And now Sevilla can break away. Roma stop that, but that's fantastic way. Here's Zelik pulling the ball back into the path of Spinazzola. And Zelik's ball found Spinazzola well, but that shot was straight down the throat and quite easy for Bono to palm away and palm to safety. There. Later, we haven't got it, but later England under 20 in World Cup action as Roma come forward again there through Pellegrini, who couldn't get the striking on goal as Bono came off his line superbly well. And that's a good bit of play again from Roma, causing Sevilla a few problems. Could Jose Mourinho end Sevilla's run as Europa League kings? I'll tell you how many times they've won it in a moment. Next time we get a stoppage in play, if we can. If there's a long stoppage in play, we'll do that. As the ball is cleared up towards halfway, it's given away by Roma this time, and now here comes Brian Hill out wide to the path of Alex Telles. Telles looks to go down the line for Brian Hill, does a yes. And back to Alex Telles again. Into Guidalj, who will look to find Fernando. And he's out wide here to Jesus Navas. Jesus Navas does well to keep hold of possession. It comes to Balde, who switches. Balde who switches the play well there to find Oliver Torres, and back to Guidalj, and now back to Torres. Telles is on the overlap, but they go all the way back to Bono in goal. A bit of safe pair of hands on what is a beautiful day it looks like, in Budapest. As Smalling clears that ball out of play for a throw-in. He's taken quickly in towards the pass of Torres, who couldn't keep the ball in play. And the Man United read the situation well, got across in front of him, and Sheffield did out well for a goal kick. As we just see the ball back. Spinazzola, whose effort was comfortably saved by Bono, but that was straight down the throat of the Sevilla goalkeeper. Dennis Klein says on, it says, come on Roma, Forza Roma, hopefully doing okay my friend. Thank you very much for choosing us as your broadcast to listen to this game today. Russ Vernon with you. We've played 14 minutes and it's Sevilla nil, Roma nil, as Roma player goes down inside the Sevilla half. No free kick given for a foul by Rakitic, as the ball is played forward there by Spinazzola, looking for the run of Tammy Abraham. Jesus Navas just clears the ball away, and Smalling just nods it back to Rui Patricio, who will look to start again for Roma. Here is Roger Ibanez into towards halfway, but it drops and back towards his own goal and finds Smalling. Across there is Gianluca Mancini. Gianluca Mancini will switch the play out wide to Tammy Abraham, who takes it down superbly well and twists and turns away from the Sevilla man at Campos. And Jesus Navas is there, and there's a free kick to Roma. Foul on Torres by Tammy Abraham. And it's interesting to see how this game does unfold today. We'll keep you across the action as there's some action in the T20 Blast, which is in the cricket. We'll keep you updated with some of that later when we can. Don't forget, people, at half time of this game we've got a chat with Nicholas, with our special guest, who I must give it to her there, so if anyone's listening, I do ignore what I just said there. We've got a special guest coming on at half time for around about 11 minutes, speaking on the England squad in that Women's World Cup squad announcement. As here comes a Campos, who does very, very well, spreading the ball out wide there to Alex Telles. And Telles comes forward for Sevilla, but he goes back into the path of Bardio, finds Guidelge, and Roma just has the ball again. Here's Fernando, spreading out wide to the path of Torres. Down the line to Jesus Navas. Navas cuts in field and drops it into the path of Bardio, who switches the play well. Well, there's a wonderful header from Selic, and he goes down. It's a real bad injury for the Roma right back here. We just have a look at this here. It's from the clash of heads again between Alex Telles and Zeki Selic. Telles is saying it's a clash of heads, which is what I think it is. The Roma physios are coming on for him, and as he remains down. I wonder what about saying with Nicholas Jones. I wonder what Nicholas Jones reckons to the England Lionesses World Cup squad. If Nicholas, if you are listening, get in touch. Fiorentina West Ham next week in the Europa Conference League. We'll have that final with you. And then on the 10th of June we'll have that final with you as well. The Champions League final. Man City against Internazionale Milano. As Selic is up on his feet after receiving a bit of treatment there, as we look through some. That's while the game is about to get back underway. And I must tell you that we'll go through that in a moment as it's headed away. Here for Spaz. Roma is out of play for a throw-in to Sevilla, which will be taken by Alex Tellez. Olivier Torres is still on the field of play to continue after the clash of heads early on. Through it from him. So there's been a few clash of heads already this season with Elge, Torres, Tellez, clashing heads with some of their players as opponents, let's say. Espinazola just shepherded the ball all the way back there to Rui Patricio. Sevilla have won have won 7 of their and lost 5 of their previous UEFA finals. The more recent one, they lost the Super Cup to Bayern Munich 2-1 as after they won the Europa League 3-2 last season, as we see the ball cleared away by Alex Tellez down the left hand side as there's a foul there by Usif and Nesri as Roma gets a free kick as Matic finds the path of Ibanez, who one of the players who had a clash of heads early on. He seems to be moving okay now as here's Spinazzola down this left hand channel near side as I look on, and as he tries to get the ball in towards the penalty area, is blocked not once but twice. Now they play for a throw. Nicholas, if you're there listening, let us know what you think of the Lionesses squad announcement. Hopefully you are doing okay, Nicholas, as Gudelj is there. And there's a goal kick to Sevilla to be taken by Bono, as he will try and clear it downfield. Because Bono's in goal, guys, I want you to do us a favour. Can you put as many as you want U2 tracks in the chat this evening, and I'll read some of them out a little bit later on in the programme, as there's a clash of heads between the Campos. This time was gone down, and there's a feel that there could be an elbow involved. There's a yellow card going to be shown in a moment to the Roma man, Pellegrini, who's the captain as well. He's just having a word with Anthony Taylor. There's Matic, who's going into the book, elbow in the back of the head. More forearm than elbow than were initially thought. And while Matic is the first man to be pick up a yellow card, Roma have won 1, lost 2 of their previous UEFA finals. 1983-84 they lost the European Cup after a 1-1 draw against Liverpool. After extra time they lost 4-3 on penalties. They also lost in the UEFA Cup when it was over 2 legs in the final back in 1990-91 season, 2-1 to Inter. The more recent one is their success. They won the Conference League 1-0 against Feyenoord. How will West Ham be open to follow? So there, Sevilla will look to win yet another UEFA final here, as the ball play the ball across there from Rakitic to Tellez, who switches the play well to a Campos. We're trying to pick out a teammate, but Campos regains possession back into Ivan Rakitic. Rakitic wide to Jesus Navas. Navas will attack his man, twisting one way, then the other. He's looking for movement. He comes in the shape of Torres, who delivers the ball into the penalty area. Torres has the ball back in there. Breaks through the edge of the box for Torres once more. Roma just stack it up towards halfway, and Dybala was battling with Bald there to win the ball back. Play will continue as Roma has the ball. Crisante loses out, and then he fouls his man there, Crisante, which is Brian Hill, who goes down, and The referee says pull of the shirt is what he's penalising for there. We'll keep you up to date with some of the Under 20 World Cup scores as well throughout the game. This evening we'll go through some of those shortly, as here is Goodell to find Tellez. Tellez will look forward and try and cause Roma a few problems, as here Roma back in possession with Mancino gives the ball away, but Roma have just won the ball back. Well, as Pellegrini now fetches the ball up towards halfway with a challenge, which is a looping ball into the end, picked up by Sevilla, who knocks the ball out wide to Jesus Navas. Navas has got space to run into on this near side. Navas delivers across in towards the penalties of everybody's head. Comes out to the penalty area, and just as he was about to shoot, he slipped over there, did Torres, and he couldn't keep his effort down, as Ibanez, who clashed heads early on, may remember inside the penalty area down on the far side, has gone down again here inside his own penalty area this time. He's holding his head and covering up his eyes, as we see the incident again. It was a clash of heads. In fact, it was arm into the back of the head as he was coming down. Which player was it? Was coming down here. Let's have a look. And Nesri was coming down. It was just a brushing of his face when Nesri came down, and he's gone down smacking the turf in much discomfort there. And police report is back on his feet and should be okay to continue with us. Roger Ibanez, who was down there, as Rui Patricio were clear long downfield. Is flicked on by Crisante, who gives the ball away. There and now here comes Bold to find the ball forward for Sevilla, but it's too long and just over the head of the lone man in, and Nesri in the attack. Today should be a good match. Today yet to really get going in terms of goal scoring opportunities for either of these two sides. We'll keep you updated and we'll keep you across this match. So there's some T20 cricket happening as well. We'll go across, try and get some updates from some of those games taking place today. There's a big War of the Roses clash tomorrow night. Yorkshire against Lancashire. Battle of the Roses. The White Rose against the Red Rose. Who will come out on top in that one tomorrow? I wonder. Jose Mourinho just been out there shouting out some instructions now sent out his assistant manager. As the ball is cleared up towards halfway, suggested down. Now here comes Sevilla over on that far side as they try to come forward with Brian Hill, who lost. Will play the ball inside so he could attack as he was being about to get fouled there. Here's Campos. Down the line to Jesus Navas after a 1-2 between the two players. Jesus Navas delivers a low ball in towards the penalty area, cut out by Chris Smalling. There's a man going down inside the penalty area there of Roma's. I think it was Nesri who went down there after being brushed off by Chris Smalling. I can tell you though, the referee Anthony Taylor from Williamshaw, Greater Manchester, is not interested in those silly antics from the Sevilla player there to try and get a penalty in his fellow professional a card. And now here comes Rakitic to Fernando, and now I went to this near side, and Navas. Navas sprays it down the line, will cut out in the end as Tammy Abraham now picks up the ball from Roma. Sprays the ball out wide to this right hand side, and Crisant and Selic. Selic drops the ball back into the path of Crisante. Now Chris Smalling has it. Smalling into the path of Ibanez. Ibanez now into the path of Pellegrini, and Pellegrini will look to keep the ball moving as Roma will look to cause a few problems. I was speaking to a mate of mine earlier on who watches the Italian side, Roma, quite regular, to see how this side has fared across the season domestically. And according to my friend, they've given a good go themselves in a domestic competition in Serie A. As here is Ibanez, who will keep hold of the ball for Roma and come up towards halfway. Spinazzola drops the ball back to Chris Smalling, who will keep the ball moving. Ibanez, who will try and come forward here for Roma. Good play, Matic drops it to Crisante, and Crisante gets the ball over on the far side and over the top. In the end there is out of play for a throw-in to Roma, which will be taken by Selic, who's going to look for options before he takes this throw-in. Hopefully you're doing well today. We bring you the coverage, and if you've seen the England squad earlier, there's no your thoughts on the Women's World Cup squad. And as the ball is out of play for a throw-in to Roma, which Selic will take again. 30 minutes gone here, Sevilla nil, Roma nil. Selic will take a throw-in towards the penalty towards Tammy Abraham. Abraham's there again, he's kicked in the face there, he's gone down, smashed on the ground. He's cleared away by Sevilla, and they will try and come forward. He's out of play for a throw-in. Roma players surrounding the referee, saying there should be a penalty for an eye boot on Tammy Abraham. Matic has been told to go away by Anthony Taylor. VAR, I can tell you, are checking for a possible penalty here to AS Roma for a foul on Tammy Abraham. Let me remind you that VAR is that of Stuart Atwell and Chris Kavanagh, Bastian Dankert are the men checking this. Tammy Abraham is down, smacking the turf. I'm not sure if he will be given as a penalty kick, but I think he's quite rightly going to be checked, and I'm right there. No penalty given. Roma players, including the number 23, Gianluca Mancini, saying, I boot there on Tammy Abraham. But Anthony Taylor and his team of officials have disagreed with that fact. I've just seen this again, and he does get a foot touch to the ball, and I think that's what saves him. He does catch him, but he gets a touch to the ball. But for me, I have seen them given. That was probably before VAR came into the competition and was involved in football. Tammy Abraham doing a jog. Then he's now back onto the field of play. It's Tammy Abraham. This Navas will just keep the ball. Then he goes all the way back in the end to the goalkeeper Bono, as Sevilla will try and build up from the back. Is a ball down the field from that far side as here comes Roma in possession as they try and get the first goal. There's a ball played through to Tammy Abraham, who's just inside the penalty area. Abraham can't pull the ball in towards Pellegrini. It's cleared away on this far as, and Nesville just loses out there as Roma will come again and try and cause a few problems. Here's Spinazzola going one way then the other. Spinazzola just runs out of room in the end and is cleared away. And here is the path of Pellegrini, who can't pick up the loose ball, and he gives the ball away as Roma will look to have to tidy up the play a bit as Rakitic is in there. No foul on Ivan Rakitic as the ball's played through. It's Paulo Dybala! And Paulo Dybala has opened the scoring for Roma. He's 1-0 to the Italian side, and buckles are being thrown by the Sevilla fans. But it's the Roma fans, the Italian fans that go wild. First in Budapest. It's Sevilla 0, Roma 1. And Sevilla all leading. Cups being thrown from the Sevilla fans as their side go 1-0 down. Sevilla thought they should have had a free kick for foul on Rakitic. It was won back brilliantly there by the number 4 for Roma in Cristante. He saw the run, he played it into the path of Mancini. Mancini saw the run of Paulo Dybala, and Paulo Dybala says, "Wham bam, thank you ma'am," and he scores there, and he's not going to turn out to be. And right now it's a beautiful day for Jose Mourinho, a beautiful day for Roma, but it's not a beautiful day for Sevilla. And Bono in goal. It's Sevilla 0, Roma 1, and it's our man Paulo Dybala who has got on the score sheet 5 goals in 11 matches in the European competitions this season. And Paulo Dybala just loves scoring. The referee has just booked someone over on the touchline there while I was showing you Paulo Dybala. We'll try and get confirmation of who is booked in just a moment or so for you. He's one of the coaching staff that's been booked here, I'm told. Just trying to find out which of the coaching staff members have been booked here. Sevilla get the game back underway. That's the second booking of the game after Nemanja Matic got booked earlier on for Roma. And it's going to be a good game. This is there's smoke there on the screen. There's a bit of a stoppage in play at the moment with Patricio with possession. And it is Rafa Mir, the substitute for Sevilla, that's been booked here. I'm not sure why he got booked, unless it was probably for speaking out of turn because of a potential foul in the build-up to the opening goal of the game from Roma. I'm not sure the overall reasoning behind that. We'll try and find that out for you why he got booked. Rafa Mir is being booked. The former Wolves forward. Now it's Sevilla, as Roma just win themselves a throwing over on that far side with Selec to take, and he will look to put the ball in towards the penalty area, try and cause 1 or 2 problems in this game as Sevilla win themselves a free kick this time for a foul on Fernando. And there is the Sevilla manager looking on as his side trailed by the goalkeeper, and then he's seen one of his players going to the referee's notebook, Jose Luis Mendibella. as we watch this game unfold. He's gone all the way into the path there of with Patricio, who's in the Jesus. Just have a look. That's a flicked header on after Tellers put the ball in towards penalty from Nesri, which was comfortably dealt with by Patricio. Now kicks out of his hands up towards halfway over halfway and flicked on there by Crisante, looking for the run of Tammy Abraham, and Crisante can't pick up the ball as is from Paulo Dybala, who goes down under the challenge there of Brian Hill. Paulo Dybala remains down, and we're just looking at this again. Rakitic and Hill going in on him there. It was in like a sandwich, one going from one way, one going from the other. And it's a foul in the end on Paulo Dybala. Yeah, 0 Roma 1 is the scoreline as Roma land up this free kick, which Pellegrini will take. So too stood over the ball is Paulo Dybala. Mancini up from the back, so too is Chris Smalling, goes through everybody. There's a free kick inside the penalty area there to Sevilla. And it was the Ibanez who jumped up with a Campos, and they fell on each other as they went down, but the referee felt that Roger Ibanez changed, clear it downfield. As here comes AS Roma to do some defending this time, as Sevilla will try and come forward, and Roma have defended this really, really well since taking the lead, and that it was a well taken goal as well. If you just join us from Paulo Dybala. Split the defence, did Mancini, and Dybala ran through and slotted it beyond Bono. As we watch on, as is a throw into Roma. Sevilla 0, Roma 1. If you just join us towards the final 4 minutes or so of the first period. And he's out of play for a throwing over on that far side. Alex Telles takes it back into the path of Nemanja Gudelj, now across there to Bardet. Now Bardet will play the ball forward. Go play this from Roma to force Sevilla backwards and under pressure, not letting them out of their own half towards the end of this first period, and try and remain in one goal in front when we head to the half-time interval. And we'll keep you across the remaining game. And we see the Sevilla fans just enjoying the night and enjoying the atmosphere out there. Just seeing someone that looks spitting image of Cristiano Ronaldo in amongst the Sevilla fans. Don't think it was Cristiano Ronaldo though. As he is, Telles with the ball in, looking for a Campos. And a Campos wins his side with the corner in. Jose Mourinho saying it should have been a foul in there from a Campos. But I need to see this again because I wasn't sure. And now Ivan Rakitic will tear the corner for Sevilla, heads in towards the back post and heads over the top. It was Fernando rose up the IS as Telles put the ball in here, just as a nudge in the back there from a Campos, and then Fernando going up Yes, but just go underneath the ball in the end and just smacked off his nose rather than his forehead or his header. Dybala and Abraham. With Abraham through the middle, Dybala and Pellegrini either side of Tammy Abraham as Roma will try and get another goal before half time. Sevilla will be open if they can gain a 1-0, maybe change something and try and help them be more efficient in front of goal, as they're known as the Europa League Kings. As here comes Sevilla again, and wonderful run. Still inside the penalty, Dybala puts the ball back for Pellegrini. Pellegrini to Abraham. Abraham shot is blocked. Back to Tammy Abraham, and he goes down there. Referee is booked Pellegrini for diving. I want to see this again here because I don't think it would go down there that easily. And Pellegrini's he's saying there's a foul. He's saying no, it's a clear dive. I'll tell you what I think in a minute as we just see the chance again. Here's Pellegrini whose shot is blocked. Yeah, no foul in there. Let's have a look at it from this angle. He makes contact with Rakitic there, so that is a blatant dive. He kicks Rakitic's foot and then stays on his feet and then goes past him and chucks himself down. So I think the referee got that one spot on there. Pellegrini, a bit of play acting there as we come up towards the final minutes of the final few seconds of the first half. It's still Sevilla 0, Roma 1 as we come up towards half time, as we see 7 added minutes at the end of this first period. As here's Tammy Abraham who can get away for Roma. Roma will look to score a second first half stoppage time. Abraham is there, can't get the ball in towards the penalty area as Sevilla defend really well, and it's dropped all the way back there fantastically well by Ibanez back to with Patricio, who clears up towards halfway. There's a flick on there from Pellegrini, but no one in a Roma jersey can get on end of that. As here comes Sevilla now, will try and get forward and try and get back into this game before the half-time break. We've played almost 50 seconds of the 7 additional minutes at the end of this first half. It's Sevilla 0, Roma 1 in the Europa League. As the ball is played over the top there, it'll be cleared away in the end, and it has done, and it's out of play for a throw-in to Roma after good work from Ibanez to win his side. The throw-in will be taken by Leonardo Spinazzola, who wants players to come towards him to help him reach them. As going to reach anyone in a Roma shirt, which is only what I can describe as dark purple, or maybe even maroon is another word. And now a Campos will line up this long throw-in. He's telling people where he wants to be. A Campos goes into the penalty area, bounces in there. Hill was in there but couldn't get on the end of it. So he comes out to Gudelj, and now Jesus Navas. Down there to a Campos, who delivers the ball in towards the penalty area. No one there in a white shirt, white shorts, black socks. Severe kit could end up going into that. As we've seen the incident again here, which led to the opening goal of the game. Fantastically weighted ball through from Mancini and Pellegrini. Thought he meant to go Belay, went to Paulo Dybala, who finished off absolutely expertly well. Is Sevilla Roma 1 if you just tuning into us here on the commentary up. We're also live on JB Sports Storm FM, Twitch, and also on commentary up 2 as well. If you're tuned in and want to get involved, feel free to do so. You can tweet us. Commentary Live 1 is a place you can get in touch with us, as it says on our banner. Follow us on Twitter, Commentary Live 1. You can visit our Facebook page as well. I'll tell you that in a moment as the ball from Brian Hill is deflected away only as far as Jesus Navas. Navas will play the ball in field, and there is Bardi to Goodelge, and Goodelge plays it wide to the wonderful ball in from Jesus Navas again, and now here Rakitic on the edge of the penalty area on the left hand side. Find Alex Telles. Telles will deliver the low ball in, cleared away the near post by Mancini, and we've played almost four of the added 7 minutes of stoppage time. It remains Sevilla 0, Roma 0. Sevilla 0, Roma 1, should I say, thanks to the goal from Paulo Dybala on 35 minutes. 10 minutes it was until the break before the opening goal came in this final. I wonder if we'll see an early goal in the final in Saturday's coverage of the Manchester derby. Manchester City taking on Manchester United. As a ball in this time from Torres, he's right in there, cleared away by Roma. Tammy Abraham acts the ball forward out of play like it was a rugby style clearance just inside the opposition half for those to regroup and wait for the next wave of Sevilla attack as we're coming up towards 5 minutes of added time played. It remains Sevilla Roma 1 as opposed it was the penalty area. Cleared away by Pellegrini, who will look to get the ball forward, looking for the run of Paulo Dybala, who's brought down there as he by Goodelge. The referee says no, and now here comes Sevilla. Wonderful bit of play there from Torres. There's it to Rakitic, who goes for goal! Off of the post from Ivan Rakitic! Oh my word, so close to the equaliser in first half stoppage time from the former Barcelona man. And so close there. And he comes back in towards the penalty area. It is now a scoring to the far post. But Ivan Rakitic must be wondering how he's not levelled this game for Sevilla. Fantastic little layoff to the edge of the penalty area. And as soon as he hits the ball, that's going in. But he struck the post and bounced out almost in the back of Rui Patricio as well, who saw it all the way, did the former Wolves stop and he saw the ball rattle against the post there, did Ivan Rakitic, and he's cleared up. And then Roma have had a huge let off there as Sevilla now beginning to turn the screw in this time. They won't want half time. I think Roma will probably need half time with the last few minutes of possession as being anything to go by. Because I think it's only going to be a matter of time before Sevilla open their account in this final and level us up again in the final as there's a throw in there to Sevilla, which Ocampos will look to take long into the penalty area. It goes long, headed away, headed further away, comes out to the edge of the box, Shobler from Goodelge, and there is the half-time whistle. And what a first half that we have had. Paulo Dybala's goal on 35 minutes is the difference at the end of this match in the first period. The goal coming on 35 minutes as Roma leading by a goal to nil at the break. I'll be back in around about 15 minutes or so's time. I'm going to leave you now in the capable hands of our special guest who I caught up with earlier on discussing the England Lionesses World Cup squad announcement, and I'll be back just in time for the second half. I am joined by Nicholas Jones right now, who will go through with us the squad announcement, which was done earlier by Serena Wiegman for the Women's World Cup. He's our women's football correspondent and our England Lionesses correspondent. So, first of all, how are you doing, Nicholas? Are you okay?
Yes, hi Ross, I'm doing well.
So, first of all, let's look at the announcement which was made earlier. There's a few players who have been put on standby, which we'll mention a little bit later on as well. But looking at the goalkeeper, we'll go through the squad first. I'll just run through the squad, and then I'll get your thoughts on the squad with you being, as I just mentioned there, the England women's correspondent. So it's Mary Earps, Anna Hampton and Ellie Roebuck are the goalkeepers. Defenders, Millie Bright, Lucy Bronze, Jess Carter, Neve Charles, Alex Greenwood, Esme Morgan, Lottie Wubben-Moy. Midfielders are Laura Coombs, Jordan Nobbs, Georgia Stanway, Ella Toon, Kira Walsh, Katie Zellum. And then the strikers, Rachel Daly, Bethany England, Lauren M, Lauren James, Chloe Kelly, Katie Robinson and Alessia Russo. So Nicholas, first of all, looking at the entire squad, are you surprised by any of the inclusions that Serena has picked for this World Cup squad?
I have to say I am surprised with the inclusion of the inclusion of the likes of Casey Robinson and Jess Carter. As far as I'm aware, particularly with Casey Robinson, she doesn't have enough international experience. I mean, I have seen her play a couple of times, but so she hasn't really contributed. But she hasn't really contributed too much, and also Esme Morgan, again another player without that much international experience.
Yes, another one which surprised me, Nicholas, when I looked at it earlier, was that Rachel Daly is in the forwards category this time around. Last time she was in the Lionesses squad, she was used as a defender. But her form with Aston Villa this season has shown that she can be counted upon as a striker and could be a good option in the attacking third as well as defensive third for the Lionesses. Are you surprised that Daly's been involved in the forward area compared to the defensive area where you've actually seen the play for the Lionesses?
Well, she has actually played in the forward position a couple of times for the Lionesses, and she has scored and she scored incredible goals in that position. So it's safe to say that she can be versatile.
Yes, and one player that's not been included, Nicholas, and we'll just touch upon her first and foremost, with her being the Lionesses captain, is Leah Williamson. She's out due to injury, and obviously it's been named that Millie Bright will be captain and Mary Earps will also be able to stand in if required. Are you surprised that the likes of, say, Steph Orton, who was playing for the Lionesses, prior to Serena Wiegman coming in as the head coach of the Lionesses or the manager, are you surprised that she's not been recalled to the squad in place of Leah Williamson, who's not involved due to an injury?
Well, I'm not really sure what to make of that. I was under the impression that if Steph Orton was called up for this year's World Cup, then it would be her last because prior to that she had been involved a very long time. But for her to not be included, that kind of robs her as the last chance to. That kind of robs her last chance to go out of the major tournament like this. So I have to say it was a bit of a snap decision by Wiegman. And what's also going to be a blow to England is the fact that Frank Kirby has been ruled out due to injury. Alex Toon will not be taking place.
Go on to Frank Kirby, who you mentioned there, Nicholas. Obviously, Frank Kirby being ruled out as well. Also, Beth Mead is the other two names that we're going to mention. Obviously, Kirby and Mead have been an integral part of the Lionesses squad under Serena Wiegman. Are you surprised? Do you think those three players that you mentioned there, Kirby and then Travis mentioned in Mead, along with Williamson, do you think those three could be big misses in the Lionesses camp, because they were all involved when they won the Euro 2022 against Germany at Wembley, and also they were all three were involved in parts, not in all of the matches, when the Lionesses won the Arnold Clark Cup as well. Do you think that was are you disappointed not to see those three involved at this World Cup?
Their absence will definitely be felt in the camp, and as far as I can tell in forwards, the only real players that the only star quality players they've got up front forward that are experienced are Daly, Bethany England, who I'm surprised is included, Lauren Hemp, and Alessia Russo, who as we know has come on dramatically in the last couple of years. So I think she is. So I think Russo is going to be the player to count on for goals.
Yeah, one I was good to see involved, Nicholas, and now we'll touch on who's on the standby list for the Lionesses, is one player that I'm pleased to see being involved in the squad is Jordan Nobbs. I think she's been impressive when she's played for the Lionesses. Are you surprised? Are you pleased as well that she's been included?
Well, she has played in recent England matches, so and plus I feel she's still got a bit of time left. So it will be good to see her on the standby list. But for some of the younger players like Niamh Charles and Lauren James, the Women's World Cup could be their best chance to shine as an international player.
Absolutely, Nicholas. And there's a couple of players. Well, there's three players that's been named on the standby list, and I'll just go through those. And it'd be very disappointing for those if they don't get through to get called up if no injuries do occur to any of these players. And one player who is on the standby list, and I can tell you how long they're going to be with the Lionesses camp, is May Letitia, Jess Park and Emily Ramsey have been named on the standby list. They'll report to training on the 19th of June at St George's Park. Ramsey will leave on the 27th of June, while Letitia and Park will join the group travelling to Australia on the 5th of July for final preparation phase of the tournament, remaining up to the opening match against Haiti on the 22nd of July. Are you surprised by some of those players not being actually included in the full squad, Nicholas?
I'm kind of 50-50 with that one, because yes, those players don't have enough experience, but I feel an inclusion would have done them no harm at all. Particularly Maya Letitia. She has put on some strong performances internationally.
Yes, absolutely, Nicholas. Absolutely. We're hoping to cover the World Cup here on the commentary. I'm just waiting for finer details to be confirmed regarding that. Nicholas, if I were to ask you a question from what you've seen of the Lionesses under Serena Wiegmann so far, how far do you think they could go in this World Cup campaign? Do you think, from what you've seen, they could potentially go on and win it? To know USA a really good side who are in the tournament as well, but how far do you think the Lionesses could go under from what you've seen under Serena Wiegmann's mentorship, stewardship, should I say, so far?
I don't expect them to win, unfortunately. I do expect them to go quite far. I would have to say quarterfinals or semi-finals. Possibly the final if luck goes their way, but in all honesty, I don't think they're going to win the tournament. Although luck has been with them in recent tournaments, particularly in the Euros, particularly in the Women's Euro Final last year, when a key Germany player was injured in Alexandra Pop, because as I mentioned last year, had she started, it could the story could have been very different. So so I think England in the World Cup is probably going to be down to luck more than anything else.
Yes, big thank you then to Nicholas Jones for joining us to discuss the Lionesses squad announcement for the World Cup and give his reaction to some of the players involved. As I mentioned, hopefully we'll be able to fetch you the coverage of the tournament and some of the matches when they are played is out in Australia and New Zealand. Well, that's all me and Nicholas has got time for right now. Thank you very much for joining us. And Nicholas, thank you very much for joining us here on the commentary hub as well, giving your thoughts to the Lionesses squad.
You're so welcome, Russ. Thank you very much.
A very big thank you there to Nicholas Jones, who was our special guest, which was teasing at the start of the programme. Big thank you to Nicholas for giving his thoughts on the Lionesses squad, which was named earlier today. Really good to chat with our women's correspondent and our Lionesses correspondent as well here at the commentary hub. Always a pleasure speaking with Nicholas, and hopefully he'll be back. Well, he will be back on air very shortly. He'll be back on air on Saturday for the FA Cup final, where you can join myself and JB, John Stuttard, and hopefully, technical problems permitting, we'll also be joined by Paul James as well. We're going to take another quick break right now in time for the second half. Well, let me know what you think to that chat with Nicholas, and let us know what you think to the chat we had, and you give us your thoughts on the England Lionesses World Cup squad. Back in plenty enough time for the start of the second half between Sevilla and Roma. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the game between Sevilla and Roma. It is currently 1-0 to Roma thanks to the goal from Paulo Dybala 10 minutes before half time in the game, in the first half, in the game against Sevilla. The second half will be about to just get underway, and it is underway now. In fact, join us right as the second half is underway, and we'll keep you across. There are no changes at half time to tell you about, from what I can see on in front of us, as there is a ball forward there, brilliantly cleared away by the Roma defence, and they will try and come forward. Here's Paulo Dybala now on this right hand side. He cuts in field and still going. Paulo Dybala can't pick out his teammate there, which was Pellegrini, and now here comes Sevilla as they will try and come forward. Lovely run this from Sevilla as they get the ball out wide. Low ball driven across. It's cleared away to the penalty area. Here's Fernando tries to get the ball in towards the penalty area. Still going Fernando, twisting one way then the other. Then strikes it on goal. Is deflected. And behind this thing, there's a couple of substitutions to tell about. Suso's on for Olivier Torres, and Eric Lamela is on for Brian Hill for Sevilla. We'll go through the two sides in a second. We just got confirmation of those two subs. It was Suso who had the effort there, as we now see a free kick. Referee's having a word with Mancini there, the Roman man, and he said cut it out, don't want another word there. So Torres is off, Hill is off, the Mella and Suso is now on. And there's Bardi who headed the ball away for Sevilla, but he's been given away this time as here comes Paulo Dybala. It's a fantastic one from Sergio inside. Dybala cuts infield. Still going Paulo Dybala. Good word this from Paulo Dybala. Here is the path of Ryan Cristante. Cristante coming forward now. It's a wonderful bit of movement there. As now here comes Paulo. Here comes Roma defending. There's a booking there for the number 23 Mancini now. And who's had his shoe ripped, you can see there. But he's the one that's been booked and penalised for a foul there. And I'm not so quite sure if Anthony Taylor's got that one spot on there. And his shirt pulled there by the number 17, Eric Lamela. And he's the one that's been penalised. Which is very, very odd as the ball is played out of play for a throw into Roma on that far side. Jose Luis Madeira making the first change of the game. Mandela Bar making the first change of the game today. Out of the two managers who made changes to the stoppage in play here. I think the Roma player Mancini will change his shirt. And now he's back on the field, Mancini, after his shirt was ripped. Now back on the field to play with his shirt on, number 23 on his back. And his name, so another one with his name on rather than a plain one, which will make it a lot easier for me to tell which player it is, if I've got the names on back of the shirts. As here comes Chris Smalling to head the ball away. And now here comes Ocampos for Sevilla. Brings the ball back into their own half, and here is Rakitic just on halfway now. Good ball into path of Eric Lamela. Lamela's got Alex Telles outside of him. He finds Alex Telles. Alex Telles whips the ball in. He's over there to everybody. He breaks in towards the penalty area. Pierce round ball. Nothing given. He's out of play for a throw in to Sevilla. There was a pierce round ball, nothing given. It's too quickly, but the referee said, wait, he's listening to a VAR call here. VAR are checking the penalty. Play will continue. The throw is now being taken by Sevilla on the far side. As there is the path out wide then for Sevilla, as they will try and get back into this game. There's Gridalge, the centre back up from right side of the centre back. as Tellez delivers the ball in towards the penalty area. Edge go up there, overhead kick in there from a Campos, and it just bounces the wrong side of the post from a severe persuasion. And it's interesting to see how this game does unfold between both Sevilla and Roma. Excuse me, both teams have set out to try and win this game and not lose it, which we'd expect them to do, especially as they want to, especially Sevilla wanting to continue their trend of winning the Europa League, starting the Conference League, getting into the Champions League, getting into the Europa League, starting the Champions League, getting into the Europa League, and winning it, going back into the Champions League. That could well be come to an end today, because last few positions in the leagues seasons have not been good enough, so they've had to rely on winning this competition to get back into Europe the following season. Here's Rakitic now, who's a key man in this Sevilla side. Finds Eric Lamela. It was Alex Tellez whose shot is over the bar, and the Sevilla fans are being told to turn up the tempo there from the Sevilla strikers, or Sevilla striker there, and Nesri, as we see a replay there of Alex Tellez's strike, which was never troubling with Patricio in the Roma goal. With Patricio, the former Wolverhampton Wanderers goalkeeper, now playing for Roma these days after impressive spell in English football. A lot of fans, we had a couple of comments in earlier, who are cheering on Roma. Is there any Sevilla fans out there listening to our coverage today? Let us know. You can do so. And if you are listening and want to let us know, you can put it in the live chat. So as you're listening, tweet us if you want. Commentary Live 1 is the place to tweet us. And I'll keep a check on there to see what is happening. As it is a throwing for Roma to be taken by Spinazzola, who gives the ball away, and then Campos picks up the ball for Sevilla, who goes down and wins his side a free kick in the end. Interesting to see how this game does unfold in the end. Very, very good, interesting thing to see there. We did tweet out the statement from Leeds owner Andrea Radrizzani earlier. We try and read just one time when there's a breaking play. He's now took control, going to reports in Italy yesterday of Sampdoria in Serie B, as Sevilla will try and come forward on the attack once more. Thank you very much for the people who are following the page on Twitter. If you want to follow us, you can do. Tweet a Commentary Live 1 and just follow us there. You can tweet us if you can. As Sevilla have equalised, Sevilla have scored, and the pressure has paid off, and it's a Campos, I think, who celebrates with his fans. Oh, I've gone absolutely bananas. Could be an own goal, but I think it's a Campos who scored a fantastic play down the left-hand side. And Sevilla have drawn level. But it was down the right-hand side, in fact. Fantastic play. Ball in there. And it is an own goal. and Nesri was in there. So to a Campos, and they cut off the man who'd been booked in on Mancini. And it's an own goal. And Sevilla are back level in this tie. And what a time to get back level just after the half-time interval. When they've been on top, 10 minutes after the second half starting. And Sevilla have pulled themselves level. Mancini with the own goal. And now Sevilla, who are playing much better in the second half than what they were in the first, have begun to woken up and are getting back into this tie now. As here comes Sevilla again down that far side. It's a Roma throw-in, which Matic will leave for Spinazzola to take. Spinazzola finds Matic back to Spinazzola as Roma will try and get back into the lead. They were sitting on the lead a little bit inside of the second half, which is something you cannot do in a final, especially with a one-goal advantage against your opponent. And Roma were just sat there on the lead thinking, if we can hold on here, we can end the run of Sevilla in the competition we're telling you about, where they've won it in the past few seasons. And there is a free kick to Sevilla there, fouled by Spinazzola over on that far side. And now the tide has really turned now. Jose Mourinho's side thought they were going to hold out and claim a 1-0 victory against this impressive Sevilla side. But Mancini, who got booked a few moments ago and had defended well up until that point, may have proven to be gone from hero to villain, especially if Sevilla now go on to win this, as Sevilla win a free kick here. Selic, and as it just tells him to calm down as Alex Telles just gets back to his feet in a moment, I think, here. There's going to be a substitution coming shortly as well. Selic is not happy that the free kick's been given against him. The Roma bench down there was unhappy that the Sevilla bench down there was unhappy that the free kick wasn't given at first. It's now been given, which is going to be taken by Ivan Rakitic on this near side. The Roma bench wasn't happy that the free kick was given, as Rakitic delivers the free kick, is headed clear, and I think justice is now done, because I didn't think it was a foul at all. Rakitic flexes it down the line for Eric Lamela. Lamela with the ball in, and I think the substitutions and introductions of Eric Lamela and Sousa have switched this game in Sevilla's favour. I think if it had started them, it might have been a different story at half time, because since the substitutions at the start of the second half, Sevilla have been much more impressive. Then again, it's not really that odd when Roma just sat back and dropped off, playing for a 0-0 draw in the second half, with them winning the first half by 1-0. Just a reminder then, as we're coming up towards 59 minutes on the clock, almost an hour gone in this brilliant game between Sevilla and Roma. If the score remains 1-1 or 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, you get me gist. At the end of 90 minutes, we will have extra time. If it remains the same scoreline, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, after extra time, we will go to penalties to decide who wins the Europa League Final 2022-2023 season. As the ball is thrown down the line, there is cleared away, as here comes Pellegrini now, as Matic is fouled there, and is a free kick to Roma. And Matic is fouled, and Anthony Taylor saying cut it out there to the Roma players, who was having a go at the official for not producing a yellow card. Then I'm just looking at this again, and Yes, it is a foul, but for me, it's not a yellow card offence. It's just a free kick. Anthony Taylor is quite capable of making a decision and thinking if it's a yellow card offence or not. Sometimes he makes a decision which is a right, which I can agree on, but that decision was right. It was a free kick, but no booking or anything should have been given. So it was right to just give the free kick. There's Dybala and Pellegrini standing over this free kick for Roma, about 25, 30 yards out, just in the centre of the goal, just right in the middle, probably left of right of centre is the attack, and it is Pellegrini straight into the Sevilla wall, and he comes out now to Paulo Dybala. Probably should have left it for Paulo Dybala, who's brought back in small and easy back across, and is headed down into the path of Bono, who claims well, and Roma messed about with that free kick there. Should have probably gone for the cross into the penalty area if that's what they was trying to aim at initially, rather than trying to strike a goal and then putting it out wide to put the ball in, as Smalling just glances the ball back into the path of Patricio, who's been beaten this evening just by an own goal. A Sevilla player's not beaten him. He's been beaten by his own teammate in Gianluca Mancini, who's picked up a yellow card. I'm not going through the teams of the start of the second half. Let's go through them. It's Bono in goal, Navas, Videlj, Barde and Tellez, Fernando and Rakitic. Then in midfield is Campos, Sousa and Lamela with En-Nesyri up front. As for Roma, they remain unchanged at half time. So it's Patricio, Mancini, Smalling and Ibanez, Zelik, Matic, Cristante, Spinazzola, Pellegrini, Dybala, Abraham for Jose Mourinho's side. Rakitic we're going to take it from the wrong place there. We said he leaves it for Alex Tellez. He was trying to take it from the wrong place, thinking the referee Anthony Taylor and Michael Oliver, who was our fourth official today, wouldn't have noticed. Well, they didn't notice, and I noticed they were trying to take it from the wrong position as well. So 3 people noticed that he was going to be trying to take it from the wrong position by Eric Lamela, who plays the ball for the Pierce round ball in there. Nothing given, play continues, as is Pellegrini, who tries to play the ball out wide and find Leonardo Spinazzola, the Italian international, against Jesus Navas. Plays off against Spinazzola and wins his side a throw-in. Jesus Navas will look to take this throw-in and look to try and probably find Sousa down the far side. There's a Campos down there as well, and Nesri down on that far side. It goes to Sousa, then back to the right back in Navas, who clears up towards halfway. Now breaks Paulo Dybala. Dybala just loses out as he overran the ball. And now here is Lamela trying to turn it around the corner for the run and the return pass to Alex Tellez. Abraham goes down holding his head. The referee says there's nothing wrong with that challenge. He's sat back up, and here's Eric Lamela. Lamela will come forward, away from 1, away from 2, and now here is Celik, who goes down under the challenge of Eric Lamela. Jose Mourinho saying that's a red card or a yellow card to the man. And they're saying that's a yellow card. There is Jose Mourinho. Brian Cristante is having a word. Is being booked. I'm trying to work out why that yellow card came there for Crescenti. I think it's for arguing. Ivan Rakitic has been booked as well for the challenge. One of the Roma staff has now been booked as well. I'm trying to work out who it is. We'll let you know as soon as we can who's on which staff member has been booked. Jose Mourinho just having a word with his coaching staff now and watching on and potentially thinking, what can I change to help us get into the lead again after seeing their lead evaporate a few moments, 10 minutes into the second half as well as it was. But it's down, there's a chance there. Boswell's in the penalty and slashed wide in the end. I think it's Pellegrini who put it wide in the end. I don't think it would count anyway. I think there was offside in there. Or is it? It's Tammy Abraham and then he comes out. And who is it? Oh my word. It's Ibanez, the centre back who pushed it. Was slightly wide. Abraham saw a shot saved. Small and then trying to get off the Bono. Kept the move alive, ball alive. Pellegrini put the ball into the penalty area from that free kick. Abraham there first of all. Then he's won back. Comes out to the number 3 Ibanez who couldn't strike in on goal. Mancini was in there too, as he is the first substitution for Roma's former Liverpool man and Newcastle United man, Jorginho Wijnaldum, or Gini Wijnaldum as we fans and commentators know him from his time over in England. Gini Wijnaldum is coming on, and he will replace Paulo Dybala, who's had a really good shift out there today for Roma, one of their top players, who has gone off there now. It's Sevilla 1, Roma 1. If you're just tuned into us here on the commentary, Russ Vernon with you today for this match, as we see Sevilla 1, Roma 1. Up the mic, how you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're doing okay. And he says, hopefully Roma win this. Sevilla have won it too often. They have, Mike. Hopefully you're doing fantastically well, my friend. We had a special guest on at half time, Mike. If you want to go back and listen to it on YouTube a little bit later on with reaction to the World Cup, Lionesses World Cup squad. If you want to go back and listen to it during the half-time break of this match, we had that on, as here comes Sevilla down the right-hand side, the ball into the penalty area, race for Lamella, pass for handball, nothing given, and it's cleared away. Here comes Sevilla again. Alex Telles is got the ball coming forward now. It's out wide here now for Sevilla to pull the ball into penalty, and then it's just over the bar in the end there as Sevilla went close again. It was a Campos in there again, and a Campos threaded it over, and there is another glorious opportunity. Appeals for ball there against Pellegrini, which hit him on the chest. No way was that ball in there, and that is been a good start to this second half. Sevilla 1, Roma 1, if you're just tuning into us right now. Big thank you to Mike Connery for tuning in via our Twitch channel. You can get involved on the Twitch as well as Mike has. Or if you're about to go out and about on the Twitch and you're about to get in your car and you put it on your phone on Twitch, put it to just audio only, connect up to your car, and there we go. Can listen to the match with yours truly bringing you the commentary. As here comes Roma in possession of the ball with Makitic. Wonderful ball into Tammy Abraham, who can't control and fetch others into play. Now Roma can try and have to get back and stop this counter attack from Sevilla's. Eric Lamela picks up the ball. Lamela drops the ball back to Rakitic. Sousa now. Good ball into Fernando. Out wide, he goes on that far side, and Jesus Navas. Jesus Navas is up from the back. Good ball out wide to Campos. Good ball into Sousa again. Navas. Campos. Fernando to Guidelge, and Guidelge plays it into Rakitic. Good play this from Sevilla as they try and get in the lead for the first time in this match. As Campos brings it down on his chest well. Goes in field. Good ball into Sousa. How wide it goes into the path of Jesus Navas. Navas puts the ball in towards the penalty area. Goes into the edge of the box. Alex Telles, the former Manchester United man, is deflected over and behind for a corner. He's on loan for Manchester United. It's Alex Telles who's trying to get the Sevilla crowd up and fighting and getting the fine voices going in this game. It's Sevilla 1, Roma 1. And Sousa will have a corner to take over on that far side. He's in towards the penalty area. He's headed clear and up towards halfway. Down the line it goes, and here comes Sevilla again, and they've won themselves a free kick over on that far side. Foul on Sousa, foul by Pellegrini, and there was minimal contact there between Spinazzola actually, rather than Pellegrini, who committed that foul there. And it's good to see him back playing after an honourable injury in the Euros back in the summer of 2021. After the Euros should have been played in 2020, postponed for a year because of COVID. As a free kick comes in round the back, is the Miller in there, can't pick up. There's a free kick. It's being given for an offside inside the penalty area, as Sevilla will have a bit of rest by now. Mancini still having a word with the referee for shirt pulling and ripping of his shirt earlier in the game, which forced him to change his shirt. Here's the arm of the Campos there and bounced down. So if any goal would have gone in there, it would have been disallowed for an handball by a Campos who didn't know much about it, I must tell you. But even if they know much about it, it's still gets penalised handball these days. This ball's up towards Tammy Abraham, was claimed by Bono in the Sevilla goal. I wonder if it's going to be a beautiful day for Sevilla as they win, if they win another Europa League trophy come the end of this game. Sousa picks up the ball, finds Rakitic near side, is going down line to Lamela into the path of Alex Telles. Telles still on possession, but there's a ball back for a foul there on Eric Lamela. Crisante has already been booked, but as if Crisante was just been booked there, Vitesse has already been booked. No, it's Zeki Stelak who's been booked this time. It looked like he pointed in the way of Brian Crisante, but it was Zelik who got penalised, because Crisante was there too with Zelik, as Belotti comes on for Tammy Abraham in another change in the second change of the game for Roma. And Andrea Belotti is now on, and he'll be looking to score and get the winner for Roma. But will Sevilla take the lead if free kick from Rakitic has gone over to the far side, and Sevilla, which has been in a promising crossing position, are being forced back inside their own half to try and start this attack again. He's over on that far side now with Sousa. He's got Lamela inside of him, and he finds him. Back to Sousa again, into Campos inside the penalty. Campos is struggling, goes down, and it's going to be a penalty to Roma. No, penalty to Sevilla, sorry. Penalty to Sevilla. Penalty to Sevilla. The VAR will check this. I'm just looking this at again. Campos stays up. I'm just looking to see if there's contact here between the two players. I'm not sure there is. This angle might be able to tell us better. Campos wiggles the way through. Maybe a little bit there. It's gone to the VAR screen, VAR penalty review. The penalty was given to Sevilla. I'm just looking at this again. I'm not sure if there's enough contact there for a penalty to be given. Anthony Taylor says no penalty. The penalty has been overturned because of no foul inside the penalty area. I think Anthony Taylor and the VAR referee in this game, I can't believe I'm praising English officials here, guys. I can't believe I'm praising English officials. But Stuart Atwell on VAR with Chris Kavanagh and Bastian Dankert have come to the correct decision here and allowed Anthony Taylor to come to the correct decision as well. So, well done, VAR. And it is being used properly by English officials. Now, why can't they use it properly like that in the English game? Some may ask, and I don't know why, and that's the question I'm wanting to know as well. But it did look like Sevilla had got a penalty which was being overturned after there was no contact from on a Campos from Crisante, who was challenging him inside the penalty area a few moments ago. Sevilla will try and get back on the front foot and cause a few more problems. Lamela brings the ball down out of the night sky and he's out of play for a throw-in to Roma. Sevilla 1, Roma 1. As here comes Sevilla on the attack. What can they do here, and can they take the lead for the first time in this match? I wonder. Wonderful bit of play from Suso to try and go out of that space, but will only get the ball back as Crisante flicks it over the top. Headed forward by Wijnaldum. Gini Wijnaldum, first real performance, is coming on as a substitute himself a few moments ago. Just 10 minutes ago, in fact, as the ball is here forward. Here comes Sevilla in possession as they will try and come forward. As it's over the top looking for the run of Eric Lamela. Lamela causing a few problems. And Lamela goes down. So too does Mancini. And it's Roma who has got the free kick here. Handshake between Mancini and Lamela. And Mancini will take the free kick. And Roma can get up the field and go away from the defences. We see that is a free kick for Roma. He's grabbed hold of his arm so he couldn't get away, and then he pushes him down, and then as he's trying to get back up there, Eric Lamela, he brings him back up there by the shirt and gives a free kick, and the free kick was already given. So fantastic refereeing by Anthony Taylor. I think he's not got it all wrong to Anthony Taylor, and I think he's done a good job here, Anthony Taylor. Here's a Campos. Campos delivers the ball towards the penalty area. Just headed away there by the Roma defence and come off with Smalling. And now here comes Seville, puts the ball back in there for just Navas. Headed out by Rakitic in towards the penalty area. There's a man going down in Nesri inside the penalty area there. Nothing given by Anthony Taylor. The ball is out of play for a throw-in to Roma over that far side, and Bellotti, who's come off of the bench for Tammy Abraham, has not really got into the game as the ball is played upfield with a fantastic run as Bellotti tries to get in there now. He's being pulled back by Bardet then, and Anthony Taylor is having a quick word with the two of them, I think, yeah. But now let's the game continue after a quick word between the two players as AS Roma on the attack down this left hand side with Spinazzola. Spinazzola drops the ball back for Matic. Matic throws the ball in, appeals for handball. Nothing given. The ball was down by his side. I don't think you can give that as a penalty. There's a free kick there for a foul by, I think it was by Rakitic there. And they're checking if this is handball. I think it's on by his side. But his arm just moved backwards there. That should be a penalty for me. VAR will check this again. But I'm just looking at this. It should be a penalty. We just see Rakitic bring down his man. VAR check. VAR check is over. No penalty given. The ball hit. No penalty because I'm just seeing there's no penalty because the ball is in a natural position, and there's going to be a booking here now to another member of the Roma backroom staff. And for me, I don't think that's a penalty because I think that's correct. But I've seen him give him because the ball moves away after he's been hit. But the arm was down by his side when the ball was struck towards the penalty area. So I think that's probably why he's not being given as a penalty there. But a free kick to Roma instead. What about 30 yards out, I would have to say. Pellegrini standing over this. No Dybala to stand over the ball with him after he went off for Wijnaldum. Pellegrini loses the ball in for Bellotti and just wide. He's appealing for a corner. When we think we should have a corner, let's have a look at this again. Bellotti's in there. Don't see how this is a corner. Let's have a look. This angle here. Yeah, it does take a deflection off Bono there. That should have been a corner. That's a Roma not given. And now Sevilla will try and come forward here. I wonder what Sevilla, if Sevilla were to get a winner then, I wonder what Jose Mourinho will be saying. He'll probably be having a word with Anthony Taylor afterwards saying, you gave me bad decisions when you were refereeing my teams in England, and now on the biggest game in Europe, in one of the European finals in my career, you've given me another bad decision there as well. Interesting to see happens in this remaining 6 minutes or so. I need to come out thinking cap on for a player of the match as well. The referee will have to stop the play because the ball hit the back of Anthony Taylor from Ivan Rakitic, who just shakes an hand with the Anthony Taylor, but Sevilla have possession and back. So they're saying they're now trying to come forward on that far side. There's just Navas, and Navas has got all the way back to his goalkeeper Bono. And now Guidelj will try and come forward. Here is Lamela, drops the ball back into the path of Guidelj, who will try and come forward. It goes all the way back to the path of the far side, and Navas over on that far side. Pass from Baldy, down the line it goes. No free kick given as Sevilla win the ball back with Eric Lamela. Lamela plays the ball through to Suso. Suso just holds up the play well and then goes for goal. Longrange takes a deflection behind for a corner. Came off Ibanez, I think he was, who it struck the head of. No, he came off the head of the number 3, Ibanez. Yes, Ibanez. I thought he was originally. Came off the head of. Corner kick then. Rakitic will take. Right side, far right hand side. The ball is whipped in with his right foot over the head of. Plays in there, but headed away by Smalling. And Nesri was about to go on end of it. Here's Alex Telles. Telles delivers the ball out wide to Ivan Rakitic, who can just only the ball back into perfect. It's just Navas. Navas delivers the ball back in towards the penalty area. And Nesri wins the header. Cleared away by Crisante for Roma. Back it goes now to Telles. And now Fernando out wide into the path of Jesus Navas, the captain. Down the line, it goes to Rakitic. Wonderful play from Rakitic. Ball is crossed in from a Campos eventually. And the Campos takes the throw quickly to Jesus Navas. Back to a Campos. The Campos can he deliver across and he can't. He's blocked out for another throw in. The Campos there again. Will he go back to the path of Jesus Navas? No, he won't this time. He's going to launch one into the penalty area. Balled inside the penalty area. Up from the back. Gradell just trying to get up there too. Long ball into the penalty area. Cleared away. On this far as Jesus Navas. Back to Alex Telles. Telles delivers the ball up towards halfway and in towards the penalty area of Roma to defend. There's actually had a play there in the end from Sevilla and Alex Telles. As we come into the final 3 minutes of this game, we could end up having extra time, could end up having penalties at the end of this game as we see Sevilla take on Roma. It looks like we're going to be heading that way. It looks like we're going to be heading for extra time, unless we see a late winner here. I wonder how this game will go as the ball is played downfield. It's cleared away in the end by Roma and through Ibanez, who can clear away with the help of Spinazzola. Campos back to Navas, and he hits it against Spinazzola, and he's just bounced kindly for Roma to try and break and get a winner late on. Across there towards Spinazzola, headed away by Jesus Navas. But Crisante drops the ball all the way back to Rui Patricio into the path of Mancini. Mancini delivers the ball forward. Gradell can't lose possession, can't keep the ball, get the ball first time, but he's going initiative. The ball bounced under its foot, and now it's all the way back with Balde. And Balde will come forward for Sevilla, looking for a late winner for the Europa League Kings. As the ball will come forward here now. Good play from Alex Telles, who will drop the ball back to Bono. Will it be a beautiful day for Roma come the end of the game? Or will it be a beautiful day for Bono's side and Sevilla? As the ball is chipped down the line in towards the penalty area. Can he get into the penalty area? The can't. And Campos can't keep the ball in play. He bounces out for a goal kick. And so unlucky in the end. It might have been in the end. Will at the moment, guys, Sevilla or Roma still haven't found what they're looking for, which is a winning goal in this game to win them the trophy and the Europa League title for 2022-2023 season. There could be one big moment in this game. There could be a bad moment for the opposition There could be a magnificent end to the tale. One of these teams will walk on in 6 minutes' time with a victory, will they, or will it? Or will we walk on to extra time? The ball is out of play for a throw, so that wasn't a good ball down the line. He made Rakitic look like a lemon there. Will there be a late winner here? Selec throws the ball in field for Roma to try and bring the ball forward. It was with the number 25 Wijnaldum who gave the ball away. Now Sevilla can try and get over the top. Suso's there, controls it well, just keeps the ball in play too. Campos, back to Suso. Suso with the ball in towards the penalty. And it's there, and it's just over the ball in Nesri. That could be the chance to win the game for Sevilla. And then Nesri, can I keep his head down? Suso with a superb delivery into the penalty area. And then Nesri got up and just headed over. Brilliant 1-2 between the Campos and Suso. And Nesri got up there, and Lamela was in there too. I think Lamela put and Nesri off there. And that could have been the moment that won the game for Sevilla. Rui Patricio clears the ball forward. And Roma, goalkeeper, I wonder if him and his team will be sleeping like a baby tonight. And I wonder if Jose Mourinho will stay at Roma if they fail to win this competition this season. Here comes Lamela now for Sevilla. One last opportunity maybe for the Spanish outlet. Or Spanish outfit, should I say. Is Gridelge to try and fetch the ball forward. Rakitic plays the ball forward, and Roma have surrendered the lead. The ball went out of play for a throw-in. It's all about who's got the desire to go on to win this tournament in these next 3 minutes. Unless we go to extra time. There'll be a bit more than that. Yes, Kevin Benson's even on it. Quoting you two, still haven't found. Kevin, he goes mysterious ways in this game. There's no ordinary love out there for these teams, in my opinion, from myself, as I don't support any of these sides. I wonder if I can sing a song for someone later. One of these teams will be feeling joyful and pride, and will have a lot of pride with them if they help their team get over the line and win the trophy. Matic. Good bit of play, and then he's cleared away by Sevilla. Out of play for a throw. Mancini will take this throw in. Can Sevilla find a late goal, or will Roma find a late goal? They're singing to the goal. All they want is you. All I want is you. With or without you guys, we will be continuing here on the commentary if it goes to extra time. Here comes Roma down to the far side. It's cut out, and now Sevilla will try and break. Fernando plays the ball through. Here's Suso, loses out to Smalling. Fernando again. Here comes Gridelge, who can find Alex Telles, who's had to backtrack to keep the ball. Telles. Cross it infield to Rakitic. Spreading the play out wide fantastically well to Suso. Suso's got Navas on the overlap. Suso goes to the infield. Suso goes for goal. Shot saved. And Ezri's there. Pulls the ball back. Shot blocked again. Goes out to... Oh, wide. Juan Fernando. And it won't not go in for Sevilla. It will just not go in for Sevilla. Suso with the shot initially. And Nezri kept the move alive. The Miller had the shot blocked. Went back out. And he was just dragged wide. Juan Fernando. In the end. And oh my word. I think we're going to extra time with or without you guys. Every breaking wave will not see a winner in normal time. And we will go to extra time. In this game, extra time to follow. 1-1 after 90 minutes. We've got an extra 30 minutes to come. Will we have penalties? Or will it be won in the next 30 minutes? I wonder. Join me very shortly when I guide you through the extra 30 minutes of action. Full time after 90 minutes. Sevilla 1, Roma 1, with Roma taking lead through Paulo Dybala in 35 minutes. And it was cancelled out 10 minutes into the second half by Mancini, who put through his own net. Back very shortly, and I'll be back with or without you for the extra time. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back as we're about to get underway in the first period of extra time. Streets with no name. A Taylor's been in, hopefully doing okay. My friend says the winner will be celebrating in the streets with no name. And he says it's only going to take one goal to win it. That could be right, my friend. As the first period of extra time is off and underway in the game between Sevilla and Roma. Is still 1-1 as here comes Spinazzola, delivers a cross in towards the back post for Roma, breaks away to the edge of the penalty area as Roma will try and come forward here. Brings out wide to a Campos now for Sevilla. They try and break and do a counter attack. Suso now has possession. They were looking for the winner, Sevilla, in stoppage them at the end of the first period. Well, end of the game. And now here comes Sevilla in attack with Jesus Navas. Jesus Navas is down the line to the path of Suso. Suso will look up and will try and cause a few problems here. Here is Barde, who finds good Elge, who will play the ball out wide to Alex Telles. Telles will drop the ball all the way back to Bono. Any more U2 songs you can think of, guys, throw them into the chat. We'll keep them rolling all afternoon and all evening. And there's an offside decision there against Sevilla as they against Roma's number 11 Belotti as he tried to come forward down their left hand side. Here's Alex Telles. Thank you very much for tuning in to us here on the commentary hub. Whether you're tuning in around the world, I know Kevin's listening having breakfast. What a way to have breakfast and listen to the favourite commentary team and the favourite commentary channel bringing you Sevilla against Roma. Russ Vernon with you with that one, Kev. Hopefully you're doing fantastically well on your Thursday morning, our Wednesday evening for you today. And hopefully Attila, you're doing okay as well, my friend. And so too is Mike and everybody else who are tuned in around the world listening to Sevilla against Roma. As here comes Sevilla down the left hand side with Alex Telles. Telles can't keep the ball in play. He runs behind for a goal kick. And there's been another substitution in stop at half time in extra time for Sevilla with Zelwinski now on. I think he has come on for Selak, which he has. He came on in the first period of extra time. And Alex Telles is now down for Sevilla. Sevilla are going to be making at least one change there. As I see Karim Rekic on the touch line, getting ready to come on. Be interesting to see who he comes on for. And there's another one that about to come on as well for Sevilla. The first one is number 16, which is Jesus Navas, who's going to be replaced by Gonzalo Montiel, and then it's Alex Telles, who is the other man to come off, and he's going to be replaced by Karim Rekic there, so a double substitution for Sevilla as Gonzalo Montiel is coming on now for Jesus Navas. Well, the first one sees Alex Telles come off for Karim Rekic. And I must say, Jesus Navas has played absolutely fantastically well. I'm going to announce my player of the match at half time and extra time on Monday. guys, so that will be when the player of the match will be announced. So don't worry, we haven't forgot our player of the match here on the commentary, which is sponsored by the brilliant commentary services of Barry Swain. And here comes Gini Wijnaldum as he plays the ball out wide there to the substitute Zielinski. Shot come across is blocked, breaks away for the path of Chris Ante, keeps the ball moving to Matic. Nemanja Matic drops the ball back to Zielinski. Zielinski keeps the ball moving forward as here comes Roma once more. As Ibanez finds Matic. What can Matic do here now as he plays the ball down the wing? He cuts the ball out as it's out for a corner. It is. And there's the corner kick to Roma here now, and Sevilla on the back foot. And they've given a corner here, I think. But it was a corner in the end. I thought it was a goal kick. But it is a corner, came off the backside of Ivan Rakitic, the former Barcelona man. Corner kick then for Roma, take from the far side. Cleared away only as far as Nemanja Matic, who will try and put the ball back into the penalty area if he can. Trying to go on the outside, wins this side. The throw in then over on this near side. I think it's been a magnificent game this, and both keepers have put up some magnificent saves. Spinazzola drops the ball back to Chris Smalling inside his own half, wearing dreadlocks and a ponytail, and there's a ball forward, just heads away, and there's a man down for Roma, but Campos will get the ball moving forward. Suso plays the ball through the centre. Rakitic is there into Eric Lamela. Lamela drops the ball back for Suso. Suso goes out wide to the substitute over on that far side. Rekic over there. Here comes Bardi out wide to the fellow substitute Montiel. Suso to Balde. Balde coming forward into good Elgin. Here's good play this from Sevilla as they try and get in the lead. Sousa loses the ball towards the penalty. Smalling just heads the ball clear, only as far as the substitute Montiel will take another throw in as Sevilla will look to pen Roma back now, deep inside their own half of the field. Matula is still fetching out the U2 songs in there. Says we could be playing till the end of the world before someone scores the winner. Also says this final has been ever better than the real thing. Putting teeth packing together one out for you. As here comes Roma now in possession with Nemanja Matic to try and tidy up at the back. Drops it back to Spinazzola, who clears up towards halfway, looking for Belotti, and instead out of play for a throw into Roma, just in line with their penalty area, which is technical area, which is occupied by Jose Mourinho. As Roma will try and come forward. 99 minutes gone. It remains Sevilla 1, Roma 1. And here they come again to Roma. Spinazzola fouls a Campos. Lucas Campos has gone down with a foul there, and it's a free kick which will be taken by Montiel, and he's got the game moving quickly. It's out to Rekic, who can drop the ball back for Gridelge now into the path of Montiel. Montiel will come forward. Good play this from Montiel. Down the line he goes from Campos, giving the ball away though. Spinazzola and the substitute and left centre back Ibanez just clears up field. It's cleared away. It's Spinazzola now. Matic will drop the ball back. Can he fetch the ball forward? Could it be one goal to win this? Or will they need more than that? Or will they need more than one goal to seal victory? Either of these two sides. May just take one mistake, one bad error. Or it could be one VAR moment that decides this competition. Here's Barde out wide now to the substitute Montiel. Barde again. It was done well here. It must be blowing out there. He's played for over 90 minutes. Over 100 minutes he's played. As Roma trying to cut the severe attack out, and Matic is found on the edge of his own penalty area. And Roma can now breathe a sigh of relief to see this attack come to an end as Sousa fouls Nemanja Matic by pulling his shirt and pulling him over to the ground. Fantastic play there from Nemanja Matic, got his body in the way, and he's been absolutely fantastic. Stretching his legs there a bit is Nemanja Matic. As we watch this game unfold, Sevilla 1, Roma 1 in the Europa League Final. It's headed away. Here's Smalling trying to play the ball downfield. It's cleared away for a throw-in. And I'm interested to see how this game does unfold. Is this going to be a throw-in to be taken over on that far side by the substitute Delwinski, who can get the ball into Spinazzola on this on our near side, and wonderful run from Spinazzola, trying to get the ball forward towards Wijnaldum. Pellegrini just keeps the ball in play, but then gives it away via a throw into Sevilla as they put the ball out of play. There's going to be some more substitutions for Roma. Diego Llorente, maybe one of the men coming on in a moment. Could it be they're coming on to take a penalty? If they are to come on, if he goes to penalties, be later on in this game. Sevilla 1, Roma 1 is the scoreline. It was 1-1 after 90 minutes. No goals have been scored in the minutes of extra time as of yet. We'll keep you updated with this. We'll keep you updated on the extra time period a little bit later on. Here comes Ocampos for Sevilla. Down the line he goes in towards the penalty area. Can't pick out a teammate inside the penalty area. Runs all the way out. Rakitic trying to keep the ball in play over on that far side. And he's out of play for a throw-in, which will be taken by Zelwinski. I wonder what will happen here now. Will we see a winner? In this game, as we see the game unfold here. Can Roma or Sevilla get a winner in this game? We'll keep you updated on the game as we bring this match to you. I wonder how this game will go. Montiel will play the ball out wide to Sousa. Sevilla just have possession coming up towards the end of the first period of extra time, and it remains 1-1 between Sevilla and Roma. Can we see a winner here in extra time as Roma commit a foul? Free kick to be taken, boys. A booking there for Lewinsky, the substitute. That's the 6th yellow card for Roma in this, and this is the most yellow cards teams have got in the final in this competition. I've just been informed. Be interested to see what happens with the game moving forward. As the ball's in towards Matic, and Matic can't keep the ball in play. He goes behind for a corner. It looks as though Diego Llorente will be coming on in a moment for Roma, wearing number 14, the former, well, I should say the on-loan Leeds United man. Sevilla will try, and this is a corner kick taken towards the back post. There's a man that goes down inside the penalty area, the back post, nothing given, as the corner came all the way through. It looks as though Diego Llorente may come on, as it was En-Nesyri who went down, and so there under the challenge of Smalling, nothing given. I'm just looking to see what's happened here. No real foul there from Chris Smalling, so it should have really been booked there for me for trying to con the match official into giving a decision in his team's favour. Atola has been on again with some more U2 song references. He says if Roma can win this, their supporters will party until New Year's Day, and New Year's Day is long way away, as we've just come up to the end of May now. We into almost played the 2 minutes of stoppage time, which has been allocated in this first period of extra time, where it remains Sevilla 1, Roma 1, and there goes the half-time whistle in extra time. And I will tell you, while it's half-time in extra time, that our player of the match has been chosen and has been given to Roma's goalkeeper, Rui Patricio, who's pulled off some fantastic saves to keep his side in this, and also put up some fantastic saves when his side were in the lead as well. So it's 1-1 in half time in extra time. And we're wondering to see if there'll be any more game coming up very shortly. Sevilla fans trying to get behind their team, Roma fans trying to get behind their team as well, and is interested to see how this game will go in the second half. Of extra time. Will we see a winner then, or will it go all the way to penalties? As Sevilla have got everyone together, including the substitutes and the coaching staff. Roma have got everyone together as well. Jose Mourinho going through some final instructions as we get ready for the second period of extra time to start very shortly. I'm just going to dip away for a second while I just have a quick drink. I'll be back in just a second. Welcome back to the coverage of the Europa League Final, as we have just played the first half of the Europa League Final. Extra time, where it is still Sevilla 1, Roma 1. I'm going to have a very long night today as El Shaarawy will be coming on for Roma. Llorente on for Spinazzola and El Shaarawy on for Pellegrini. So 2 changes there for Roma. Will we see a winner from Diego Llorente, or will we see a winner from Stefan El Shaarawy in the extra time period for Sevilla at the end of this game to dent Sevilla's winning run in the Europa League? As here Sevilla in possession as the second period of extra time is underway. He's headed away by Roma there, and he breaks down into the path of Eric Lamela, who can't keep the ball in play up against substitute Zelwinski, who concedes a throw in there as he looks to try and come forward. Be interested to see what happens in this extra time period, whether we will see a winner or not, as here comes Nesri, who's just onside on this left hand side, can't get the cross in, comes out to Rakitic, now back to Balde, and now wide it goes to the substitute Montiel, tries to take away from El Shaarawy, and El Shaarawy concedes a corner here as Sevilla have started the extra time period really well and on top. There's a corner taken quickly. Cross comes in towards the penalty area, out of the way. On this far, the good Aljo. Dresses on great strike, and it just goes wide from the centre back. So unlucky from the centre back, who couldn't take the strike on goal cleanly, and he goes wide, and it's not at all handsome. In the end there, as Roma try to take the lead, as Diego Llorente, as I mentioned, came on as a substitute in the extra time period, along with Shaarawy replacing Lorenzo Pellegrini. I wonder if Sevilla will go on to win this, or whether those substitutes will help Roma go on to win this as the ball is played forward and was out of play. It will be a goal kick to Sevilla, and it'll be taken by Bono, and he's taking it quickly, and he's out wide with the substitute Montiel, who will come forward here for Sevilla, trying to keep the ball moving as they will look to come forward and try and get a winner. We could see penalties, or we could just take one goal from either side to win this tie. Lamela for Sevilla to try and help them do that. He's still going there, look at Lamela, and there's a man down for Roma. No free kick there, and I'm wondering who it is who's down here. Is Matic who's down, and 2 is Fernando. Matic helps Fernando up here, and just have a look at this. And I will say that if anything, there should have been a free kick to Sevilla, but then the Mella could be in trouble if VAR spotted that for an elbow on. Is this Chris Smalling down here? I'm not sure it is who's gone down here for Roma. I couldn't quite see who it is. He's not moving anyway. He's not Chris Smalling. The Mella got a booking for the incident, which you could have seen a red for, in my opinion. It is the number 3, Ibanez, who's down. And I think Cristante is just having a word with Anthony Taylor there, try and see what he has given and why he has given it. And just a good one from Eric Lamella, and that could have been a potential red card for me. Lamella is got away with that one. For me there, that could be a red. I'm surprised VAR's not told Anthony Taylor to go and check it for a red card. I was praising the officials and the VAR earlier, with it being Anthony Taylor and Stuart Alwell and Chris Kavanagh and Bastian Dankert, were especially Stuart Alwell and Chris Kavanagh. I'm surprised Lamella didn't get both there. It's Ibanez. He's just sat up for the first time since going down after being caught in the face by the Sevilla substitute. Now back up on his feet. And that is a red card offence there for me. And I'm very surprised he's not being given as a yellow card or a potential red there. Well, it has been given as a yellow. I mean, I'm surprised he's not being given as a potential red against former Tottenham man Eric Lamella for the challenge, because it did look like an elbow. We're interested to see what happens here. As here comes Roma into the penalty area, ball plays across, he bounces behind for a corner off Chris Smalling there. Sevilla will have to defend here. Came off of good edge there, should I say, not Chris Smalling, as Roma trying to attack. Is the substitute Zelwinski, who will take the corner kick. And Zelwinski takes the corner towards the penalty area, headed away. Here's Lamella, and he's giving the ball away again. And now here comes Roma, who will try and get the ball forward. Here in the end. And it's interesting to see how this game does unfold today. How wide it goes into the path of Montiel, who will try and come forward for Sevilla and try and help them get the winning goal before we have to go to penalties. I hope I'm not going to be commentator's curse again like I was on Monday night for Barnsley fans. Or Monday afternoon, should I say, for Barnsley fans in the Championship playoff, League One playoff match to get into the Championship. Because I said on there that it looked like it was going to go to penalties. Nicholas Jones agreed with me. And the next thing I know, a last minute winner for Sheffield Wednesday, it meant that we didn't go to penalties. In the end, so as we see the ball played across there off of Ridelge, now for a throw to Sevilla, which was brilliantly done there by Sevilla down this near side. Now is crossed in there from Zelwinski towards Belotti, who can't pick out and can't win the header. Smalling heads clear. Flicked on there by Mancini, flicked on again by Zelwinski. Belotti trying to close down his man. El Shaarawy being told to try and close down the goalkeeper Bono. As we're going to see Lamela on the attack here for Sevilla. Lamela's shot is blocked. Comes back to the former Tottenham man. Now he goes out wide from Fernando. Out wide into the path. The number 2 Montiello delivers a ball in towards a penalty area. Smalling rises the eyes to red clear. Breaks into the path now of Ivan Rakitic. Rakitic gets the ball out wide to Suso. Suso will try and come forward here. Suso will look to come forward and look to try and cause a number of problems. Here comes Lamela for Rakitic as Sevilla look to keep on of possession, but they've given the ball away, but then Roma have just given the ball back. Sevilla with a poor header out. As Bardet picks up the loose ball as Roma now just sitting back, hoping for penalties here. There's a stoppage in play as there's a man down for Roma. I'm not sure who it is. Standing man, be Ibanez again. Well, no, it's not Ibanez this time. It is. Trying to see who it is. Could it be Mancini? That's down here. I think it might be Mancini who's down here. The man who assisted Dybala's goal and then put through his own net. Jose Mourinho talking to his substitute there as Nemanja Matic who's down. In fact, I've just noticed the number on back of his shirt. Couldn't see who it was at first, but I do apologise for that. Giving out false information there. As the ball is with Rakitic as he will try and come forward for Sevilla in a minute. As the Anthony Taylor says he's going to ant this on, and Sevilla will have the ball back as it was them who had the ball when the play was stopped, and they'll drop it to Baldé's feet, blows a whistle and the game restarts. Fernando just spreads the ball out wide this near side now for Rekic. Down the line it goes for Eric Lamela. Lamela cuts in field. Now Rakitic. Matic is back on the pitch. Nemanja Matic for Roma, who went down a minute or two ago. What can Sevilla do here as they will try and attack down this near side with the substitute Rekic. Good ball into Lamela, the fellow substitute. Rekic is there again, he's still coming forward, but there's a man who's gone down there, which is Zelwinski. As we just see this here again, no real foul there from the Sevilla man. Zelwinski got in front of him, put his arm across him, and then in my opinion went down far too easily. But not according to referee Anthony Taylor. And I must say Anthony Taylor, in my opinion, has had a very good game. There's another man down here for Roma. It's Matic who's down. Jose Mourinho has been have to be held back here by his coaching staff, who's been trying to, Sevilla's been trying to have a go at Jose Mourinho and his coaching team. Anthony Taylor's actually come across there. It's all kicking off inside the on the two benches here. Jose Mourinho going back to his own bench with his substitute, so I had to step in to celebrate with him as there's a yellow card to one of the substitutes there is there. There's another substitute booking for a player on the benches Nick is for Sevilla. Trying to find out who that is as Roma are about to make another substitute with Eduardo both coming on. And it's going to be Manja Matic who will come off here. As Bove comes on for him. Eduardo Bove comes on to play the final few minutes of extra time and then potentially take part in the penalties as we're into stoppage time at the end of extra time. We'll see how many minutes he's added on in a moment or two. 6 added minutes. Can we see a winner in extra time before he goes to penalties like us that we did on Monday night in Monday afternoon like we did in dramatic fashion here this evening? Roma 1, Sevilla 1. Roma will try and get that. Will have given the ball away. But Elge has now got the ball back. He clears it upfield, giving the ball away. Bounces out of play for a throw-in. And without you, we could be going all the way to penalties here. I wonder if we'll see this game go all the way to penalties this evening, like we did on one of the other games that we covered. The ball towards the penalty. Ball come back towards the Nesri. Breaks out wide again. Sevilla with the ball back in. And Nesri's in there. And Nesri with the other down. And it's claimed by Rui Patricio, our player of the match. And Sevilla, we're knocking on the door again. Lamela did really, really well. Kept the ball alive. He come back out to the defender and substitute. Montiel's ball into the penalty area was headed down by Nesri, and then Nesri couldn't steer the ball home. What a game. What a match I have brought you today. Jordan and Jose Mourinho were booked in the aftermath of the benches. Screaming when Matic went down for his substitution. We've just got confirmation of who got booked there. Jordan was not on the pitch as he's a substitute. That's another substitute for Sevilla's that's been booked today. Rafa Mir was booked earlier on as well. And then the manager for Roma booked 2. There's confirmation of Jordan's booking. One Jordan. As Zelwinski wins his side a free kick. And this could be the last chance for Roma potentially to win this game in extra time. Nikola Zelwinski to take the free kick. His man from the back is headed away. Only as far as El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy puts the ball back in. And just go up again as in Clash Chavez inside the penalty area. Referee's not stop the play. Campos is on board, a free kick to Roma. This Ibanez and Goodalch is down inside the penalty area. On ball by but Campos has given Roma another free kick. When we get back underway, we're in stoppage time at the end of extra time, and I think there's been another booking here, and I think that might be for Campos for deliberate handball. I'm not 100% sure who's just been booked there. So the referee gets out his note, writing his name down on the back of the yellow card there. Let's see if we can see who's booked here. I'm not sure who has been booked. If we just look at this incident again, that could be a penalty. That potentially could have been a penalty to Roma. Well, Campos has pulled down Diego Llorente there. That was when the free kick was given for handball. There was a foul inside the penalty area as Montiel was booked. I think that was for complaining. Diego Llorente won his side of free kick for closing down the midfield at Campos. As we look like we're going to be heading to penalties, because there hasn't been one goal for either side. There's been no bad decisions from either side or bad mistakes from either side to gift the opposition the win. And I'm wondering how this game will finish now. Penalties could be the likely option. But I wonder if we'll go that far or whether we'll see a winner in the last few minutes of extra time. Goodalge is there on the centre inside the penalty area, just stood up on his feet, just now down a little bit inside the penalty area as he's still receiving the final few bits of treatment in there. It's going to be a substitute here for Sevilla, which we'll see. I think that's Nanzu who will come on. There's a stoppage in place still as his player is going off. Here now the injured Goodalge will have to go off here because he's received treatment. So too will the Sevilla man inside the penalty area, which I think, I'm not sure that is. Goodalge is still down injured on the field of play. So we've played over the 6 minutes of stoppage time, and we still haven't found what I'm looking for, which is a winner for either of these sides. Looks like we might have to go to penalties. I think this time may be added on by Anthony Taylor as well. I think as we see Goodalge come off and the substitute, and he will be replaced by number 23, Marcial. Marcial will come on to replace him. Interesting to see how this game does go on. Moments away from penalty shoot as Goodalge is off, injured. Montiel. Marcial is now on for Sevilla. And now we've played a minute over the stoppage time as there's another injury here for Sevilla, it looks like. Fernando is also coming off as Jordan comes on. So a double substitution there. Jordan, remember, has been booked. So if he scores here and takes his shirt off, he will be sent off to the field because he's already been booked as Jordan. We've played 2 minutes over the allotted 6 minutes of stoppage time. That's because there was an injury in side stoppage time. I wonder if we'll see a winner. I wonder if we could see a winner. In this game for either Sevilla or for Roma. It could be for Roma if they get this free kick spot on through Zelwinski, who's been waiting just over almost 3 minutes over. The free kick is taken it towards penalty. It's punched clear. Diego Llorente there, but it breaks for Ibanez, who wins another free kick. And this is and the Roma players are wanting a red card here. But Campos has been booked. There, I'm sure Campos earlier on was booked. No, he hasn't. And the Campos has got bulled there, but there's the man who fouled him is the one that's, for me, being booked as a booking for one of the substitutes on the Roma bench, as Zelwinski will tear this. Zelwinski will tear this free kick. We've almost played in extra time. We've played 130 minutes of action. This could be 130 into the 131st minute of the game, into the 11th minute of stoppage time, at the end of extra time. Zelwinski with the corner. Free kick in behind for a corner. Could there be last chance to take this corner? The corner comes in. Smalling heads back across goal. Velotti off the bar. And just hooked wide in the end from this number 4 Crisante. And we've played. We have played 131 minutes of football as we've gone into the 11th minute of stoppage time. At the end of this one, Matic is pushing everybody forward. As Roma try and go one last time. Velotti blocked off there. Sevilla will have one last attempt, will they? No, it's all over. It will be penalties at the end of 100 and the extra time. We will go to penalties to decide who wins the Europa League Final. And we have got penalty shootout coming up next to decide who will win this game. Will it be Sevilla or will it be Roma? Find out shortly here on the commentary. We're just going to take a quick break to find out who will, before we find out who will win in the Europa League Final. So join me again in a few minutes for the penalty shootout. What a game this has been. Sevilla 1, Roma 1 after 90 minutes. Sevilla 1, Roma 1 after 120 after extra time, after 131 minutes in total. We now go to penalties. Join us shortly to find out who wins. Welcome back to the Europa League Final. Started an hour over 3 hours ago. And 10 minutes before kick-off. And just 3 hours later, ahead of penalty shootout, is all down to penalties. The penalties will be taken to the goal away to my right hand, to my left hand side. It'll be Sevilla to go first with a Campos to take it. And I'm wondering, will Sevilla get through, or will it be Roma and Jose Mourinho to win this? Without you guys, we'll find a winner now. And the first up is a Campos for Sevilla. Can he score a Campos from the penalty spot? He can. 1-0 Sevilla in the shootout. And Sevilla draw first blood. He sends Rui Patricio the wrong way. And then calmly slots it home. First up then for Roma is number 4, Brian Cristante, who has played over 130 minutes, maybe a little bit longer due to injury time ahead of each halves as well in normal time. But he is up first for Roma. Can he score? He's not confident. No shot. There's a short run up for the Roma number 4. But he buries it into the bottom corner. That's Bono, and there's nothing he could do with that one. And he's 1 goal apiece in the shootout, just like he was after 90 minutes and after extra time as well. Next up then is Eric Lamela for Sevilla, the substitute who came on in the second half, at the start of the second half, ex-Tottenham Hotspur. He knows how to score penalties, and he scores one here as well. Puts Sevilla 2-1 up, right into the corner, with Patricio dived the right way, but he couldn't keep it out. And that's what you call a penalty of perfect execution, right in the corner, so your keeper cannot save it. Now, up next for Sevilla, in goal is Bono, and he has got to face Mancini, Gianluca Mancini, who drew Sevilla level in the game to take it to extra time and make it all the way to penalties. Can he score enough for Roma? He can't! He's saved by the legs of Bono! And this could be a beautiful day for Sevilla now, if they go on to score next. The Europa League Kings are still in the lead by 2-1 after Bono saved from Mancini with his legs to keep that penalty out. That could be the bad moment that Roma didn't want to happen. Now it is time for Sevilla's captain, Ivan Rakitic. Ivan Rakitic. Can he score from the penalty spot here, Rakitic? He steps up, right-footed, sends the ball into the bottom left-hand corner, and puts Sevilla 3-1 up in the shootout. Superb penalty there. To Joseph Duffy, who says go Sevilla. And a fantastic penalty from their captain to put them 3-1 up in the shootout. What a game. It's now Ibanez, the goalkeeper, the centre-back for Roma. Can he score here? Ibanez, who has played well at centre-back today, in my opinion, has a chance to score here now. Short one up. He's in the post. Oh my word. He's in the post. And now that's in the post there. Could this be Sevilla's? This penalty is to win it after Bono going hand onto it and tips it onto the post. It's all down to this kick. It could be a beautiful day, and it could be the sweetest thing if the substitute, number 2 for Sevilla, Gonzalo Montiel, if he scores here, Sevilla will win the shootout. And he's missed! Saved by Rui Patricio. It's a fantastic save from Rui Patricio. And what a fantastic save there from Rui Patricio. That was match point right there. A big call there. He's been told to retake the penalty because the goalkeeper came off his goal line. So that penalty encroachment there. Montiel has to take it again. A chance to win it for Sevilla. Second time lucky, Montiel! He wins it this time! Montiel has won it this time for Sevilla! Sevilla are Europa League champions! Roma's also broken. Sevilla have won it on penalties. What a fantastic game. It's all over. The fans are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now, as one commentator used to say. Sevilla fans are on the pitch. They think it's all over. The fans are celebrating with the Sevilla players. And Sevilla have got the job done in the end. And they've gone on to win it. Fantastic game of football. Heartbreak for Roma to lose it in extra time. On penalty, should I say. It looked like Roma was going to win it, but they sat back ever since the start of the second half. They conceded in the start of the second half through an own goal. And Roma, and then Montiel missed a penalty. It was encroachment the first time. He had to retake it. And Sevilla ended up winning on penalties by 4-1. I'll be back in a few moments to guide you through the trophy presentation very shortly. It finished 1-1 after 120 minutes. Sevilla win 4-1 on penalties and win the 2022-2023 Europa League. We'll be back shortly for the trophy presentation. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Europa League Final between Sevilla and Roma. It finished 1-1 after extra time. 1-1 after 90 minutes, 1-1 after extra time. It went to penalties and Sevilla won 4-1 on penalties. Russ Vernon has been with you right the way through from 10 to 8 this evening. And we're going to stay with you until the trophy presentation has been made. The Sevilla fans came onto the pitch as soon as the winning penalty was scored to celebrate with their teammates, to celebrate with their players of the team that they support. The team players got off the field before then. The substitute, Paulo Dybala, crying out there on the field of play. So too, Diego Llorente, and fair play to some of the Sevilla players who went across to them, who saw they were crying and was hugging them and consoling them as well. The Sevilla players will be dancing into the night, and you and Bono and you too will say this tonight has been even better than the real thing itself. It's the sweetest thing as well that Montiel could take his penalty again to win it for them. And it's not the end of the world for Jose Mourinho and Roma. They could try and fight back next year and try and win this competition or another competition should they make it into Europe. I'm not sure what the league position is like for the game. And one thing I can tell you is that when I look at the Europa League game, which went to penalties, and the two players I missed for Roma in Mancini and Ibanez, they'll be stuck in a moment they can't get out of, because they'll be there, so they'll ruin them for the rest of their life, knowing that they didn't get through and they didn't help their team win this competition this evening. It was a bad moment for them. It was just one moment of brilliance from Montiel, which made sure that Sevilla won it for his 7th Europa League Cup in a row and 7th Europa League game. They've won it for the past few seasons now. And is any more worthy winners than Sevilla? I don't think so. Sevilla have won the Europa League now since, I'll tell you when they've won it. They've won the Europa League 7 times now. They've won it in 2006, 2007, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2020, and now 2023. They've won the UEFA Super Cup in 2006, the runners-up in 2007, 2014, 2015, 2016 and 2020. For Roma, their wait to win the Europa League continues. They won the Europa Conference League last season in Roma, but they cannot win this competition. After those Blanqui Rogers win the trophy for a 7th time in their history. And their fans will be partying on the streets that have no name, as Bono and U2 and Sevilla, should I say, Bono and Sevilla will be dancing all into the night and dancing all the way to New Year's Day. All they wanted was from Montiel. He said to Montiel, "All we want is you. All I want is you to score." That's what his manager said to him when he was stepping up to take that penalty. He missed it first time around, but luckily VAR saw encroachment, which allowed him to step up again to score the penalty to win the game for Sevilla. We'll be getting ready for the trophy presentation shortly, I must say. But while we're waiting for that, with or without you, the trophy presentation will be coming very, very shortly. When Ezra went off due to injury just before the penalties were taken, we'll be looking for a moment that they cannot. He'll be happy that his teammates stepped up for him to do it. And the Sevilla fans will be feeling one of pride, and as they head into the city of blinding lights later, they'll sing a song for someone as well throughout the evening, as the Roma fans still there consoling with some of their players. Well, Belotti and some of the others. The Europa League winners 2023, 2022, 2023 is Sevilla. We are waiting for the trophy to come back out, having Sevilla's name inscribed onto it before we wrap up this coverage and then see Sevilla lift up that trophy. We'll be with you till the trophy is lifted, and then we'll keep you across what is happening with that there. We'll keep you across that in the end. What a final it has been. I had envisioned in my mind earlier today when I was doing the final preparation that we would go to penalties and one team would win it on penalties. I thought that team would be Roma, but how wrong could I be? I'll be back in a few moments for the penalty shootout, for some more reaction from the penalty shootout and the game, and give my some more thoughts. But we'll be back for the trophy presentation as well shortly. Don't go anywhere, you're listening here to the commentary hub with me, Russ Vernon. Welcome back to the Common Jobs coverage. We're waiting for the trophy presentation to begin. All the people out there, the players are still out there, the people that hand out the trophies and the medals are out there as well, and hand over the trophy. Just waiting the final few minutes of that preparation to be done. And it's been a fantastic moment for everyone to see here as we get ready for the trophy presentation. It was the desire of Sevilla that won them this match. They will walk on with their heads high, will Roma and Jose Mourinho's side, after they gave a really good account of themselves. And Jose Mourinho will walk down to get his medal and take the applause. The Roma players will receive a guard of honour from the Sevilla players as they walk down to the president of UEFA. There's the players just walking across there. Jose Mourinho walks past there as he walks along. There's a trophy being brought out now by one of the other members from UEFA, clapping there as the trophy is brought onto the podium, ready for the Sevilla captain in a few moments. Jesus Navas to lift it up. What has been a fantastic game. We see Roma players who will be making their way down in just a moment to guide, to go through, as Roma will come through in just a second with the Sevilla players giving them a guard of honour as they will walk down there in a second. All the Roma players to go and get their Roma medals ahead of Sevilla walking down to get the trophy presentation in the end. Let's see, as we ready for the Roma players to make their way through this crowd, which has been through this guard of this tunnel area, which is the Sevilla players stood across from each other, as we now get ready in a second or two to go down in a moment. First of all, we will see the match officials, I think, in just a second. Yes, led by referee Anthony Taylor up from Greater Manchester, will lead his team of officials. Anthony Taylor, Gary Beswick and Adam Nunn, along with Michael Oliver, will walk down there right now, in between the Sevilla players, to go and get their medals. He claps them along, say congratulations to Anthony Taylor and well done, as he walks past them, walks onto the podium, shakes hands with the UEFA presidents all the way through. There the UEFA president will give him his medal. We'll give Adam Nunn his medal as well. Give Michael Oliver his medal. Gary Beswick will get his medal as well. There's Stuart Adwell, Chris Kavanagh and Bastian Dankert. The VAR team also get their medals as well. And now we will get ready as the Roma players will make their way down, led by their captain Lorenzo Pellegrini. Claps along and high fives along as he walks, as he leads his team down to go and get their medals. With Patricio there, our player of the match, walks down to get his medal as well. Normally pick a player of the match on the winning side, but we're going to win it. Player on the losing side, our player match today, and it was that of Rui Patricio of Roma, the goalkeeper. There is the Roma players just taking their medals as they continue to walk down. Emmanuel Matic just giving a high five to members of the other UEFA committee there. Hugs for the UEFA president as he continues going down and shaking hands with all the other players. As there is everybody in the Roma squad walking down there. Diego Llorente coming up in just a moment. His side will get a runners-up medal for the Europa League. There is Chris Smalling as well, formerly of Manchester United. Spinazzola there too, as the Roma side just going along there to get each and every single one of them. It's a moment that they didn't want to be receiving the medals that they've got. They didn't want to be receiving those medals. High fives with the UEFA president as they declare their medals. And then in a moment or two, after they made their way off and away from there, the Sevilla team will be making their way, led by the manager, will be making their way down right now to go and collect their winners' medals in just a moment, led by the manager, Jose Luis Mendibala. The bar as he walks across, one of the players walks across, he kisses it. Jordan kisses it too as he walks past. He takes a bite out of the trophy as well. No, literally, as he couldn't bite it properly. They all kiss it as they walk past it and touch it. They get ready to do that before the captain, Edis Navas, takes over. The last in line, as he will always get it last, because he gets presented with the trophy. He will then walk across the rest of his teammates to go and lift up that trophy. Ryan Hill touching it. Ellen Lamela's coming up in a moment as well. It's a moment that these players, whether they leave Sevilla at the end of the season or not, will never forget. Montiel, the winner who scored the penalty after having to be retaken, will take it. He takes a selfie with the trophy as he walks past. Another player taking another selfie as they walk past. There's Bonu, with or without him. Sevilla would have probably won this trophy as they're the Europa League kings. But that is the last U2 reference of the evening as the Roma players continue to make their way down. Sevilla continues to make their way down. Thank you to Mike says great game and comms, mate. Thank you. Mike says Sevilla deserved it, to be honest. They played well. And there is Ivan Rakitic and Jesus Navas, who are the captain and vice captain of Sevilla, and they'll walk down with or without you. They say to the rest of the teammates, they'll walk down, they'll lift it up. For one last time, it has been their desire from the start to win the Europa League 2022-2023. It's a beautiful day in Sevilla, but it's been a bad day. It's a bad day in Rome. Sevilla win the 2022-2023 Europa League after a 1-1 draw after extra time. They beat Roma 4-1 on penalties. What a beautiful day from us all here at the commentary hub. Thank you very much for listening, as the celebrations will continue long into the night. It might even continue to New Year's Day. Who knows? All the team here. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. Have a beautiful day on Thursday. All of the team here. Good night.